Welcome to our live streaming. Mba fìdí àgbàdárígi sọlẹ̀ lọ́jà Èjìgbò mẹ́kun o níbi wọ́n gbé ń fowó ṣòtúbú níbi wọ́n gbé ń fàjé ṣọ̀kàbá o gbé ń fàjé wẹ̀ bí òjò pọ̀ orí gègèrè ajé àwa pọ̀ orí gègèrè mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ o mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ o mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ o mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ o mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ. Welcome to our Sunday morning live streaming. We're starting in 7 minutes. Share, like, tap, and let's get this live streaming started. The song that is playing in the background is a song by Gilbert Ogunde. He's singing about Ajé. Ọ̀rọ̀ mi dilé àwọn lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Ṣírí orí o, irun ló ń bà ṣírí orí. Èpo orógbó a máa bà ṣírí orógbó. Èpo àtàrẹ ní ń bà ṣírí àtàrẹ. Èpo ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ní ń bà ṣírí obì. Ní ń bà ṣírí ẹ̀dọ̀ o. Ìlú ọlọ́mọbìnrin ìlú. Lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Àtọmọdé àtàgbà. Wọ́n fàjé bàṣírí wa o. Àṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Èékánná ọwọ́ ní bàṣírí ọwọ́. Èékánná ẹsẹ̀ òun ló ń bàṣírí ẹsẹ̀. Irun ló ń bàṣírí orí wa. Wọ́n fàjé bù mí láṣìírí àtèmi àtẹ̀yìn o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Awáyé má ṣìṣẹ́ lórúkọ tá à ń pe Ifá. Awọ̀lú má tòṣì lórúkọ tá à ń pè Èṣù Ọ̀dàrà. Láti kékeré báyìí ní ṣẹkúnṣẹkún ti ń gbégbá Ajé lọ́mọ tiẹ̀ lórí. Lódindi báyìí ni kọ́ fàjé bò wá láṣìírí láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Láti ìlà oòrùn, láti ìwọ̀ oòrùn, láti gúúsù, látàríwá. Látàrí gbùngbùn Ifẹ̀. Kọ́ wá fàjé bàṣírí wa. Mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ 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 o mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ o mẹ̀dáyẹyẹ. Wọ́n fàjé. Afárá oyin ló ní kó dùn fẹ́mi àti ẹ. Wọ́n wá fàjé wá o. Èèyàn mélòó ló ń ṣe àṣẹ. There are some serious prayers going on in this song. Ilé ayé Ajé wá mi wá o, mo máa ti ṣe tutù Ajé. Ajé yálé mi mo ṣẹ̀rọ̀ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀ ọ̀mìnì lajé ń jẹ lótùfẹ̀. Kára tù mí, kára dẹ̀ mí pẹ̀sẹ̀, àtèmi àti yín o. Ẹyẹlé ló ní kó yẹ wá kalẹ̀. Àtọ̀tún àtòsì lẹyẹlé fi ń kóre wá. Ire owó, ire ọlá, ire ọlà, ire gbogbo kó máa wá wa wá o. Ọ̀gẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí làgbẹ̀ ń wọ́tọ̀ kọ́ ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. Kíre gbogbo máa wọ́tọ̀ wá lẹ́yìn gẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀. Lémi mo ṣẹ̀rọ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. Káyé mi dùn, ó lárinrin. Ọ̀gẹ̀rẹ̀rẹ̀ báyìí làgbẹ̀ ń wọ́tọ̀ kọ́ ẹ̀ lẹ́yìn. Tí ṣe tutù ajé. Ajé wọlé mi mo ṣẹ̀rọ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. Kó dúró tì mí o. Ajé ògúngúlú sọ kó dúró tì mí, kó dúró tì yín, kó dúró tì gbogbo wa. Ọ̀wàwà ló ní kájé wá wa wá. Òun fàfà ló ní kó farí ajé wá fún wa. Dídùn dídùn báyìí là ń bá fara oyin, dídùn dídùn báyìí la máa bá lé wa ọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Kó dùn, kó láyẹrin. Ire owó, ire ọmọ, ire ajé, àìkú tí ń ṣe baálé ọrọ̀. Ilé wa ṣe bùgbé o. Ajé ògúngúlú sọ onísọ̀ bòjì. Ajé olówó, owó ẹyọ ló ní kó yọ̀ mọ́ wa. Àádùn ló ní kó dùn fún wa o. Iyọ̀ ló ní ká láyọ̀. Dídùn dídùn báyìí là ń bá fárá oyin. Ẹyẹlé ló ní kó yẹ gbogbo wa kalẹ̀ o láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Ṣé wọ́n ní wá o, mo máa ti ṣe tutù ajé. Mo máa ti ṣe tutù ajé. Ajé wọlé mi mo ṣẹ̀rọ ọ̀gẹ̀dẹ̀. Wọ́n lọ́gẹ̀dẹ̀ igbódò kó yàgàn. Àní yàgàn owó, àní yàgàn ọlá, àní yàgàn ọmọ láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Tí ṣe tutù ajé. Ajé. Medayeye. We're starting in 2 minutes. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Medayeye oh, medayeye. Medayeye oh, medayeye. Medayeye oh, medayeye. Pé mo pín. Mèmọ̀ yan mú yan. Mèmọ̀ báyé àti rí o. Ǹbá mọ̀ báyé àti rí. Ǹbá fìdí àgbà dárígi sọlẹ̀. Lọ́jà Èjìgbò mẹ́kun o. Níbi wọ́n gbé ń fowó ṣòtúbú. Níbi wọ́n gbé ń fowó ṣọ̀tàbá o. Níbi wọ́n gbé ń fajé wẹ̀ bí òjò. Níbi wọ́n gbé ń fajé wẹ̀ bí òjò. Orí gègèrè. Ajé àwa pọ̀ orí gègèrè o. Ta ló ń ṣàṣẹ ń bẹ̀ yẹn? Wọ́n ní ajé wa pọ̀ orí gègèrè. Ajé mi àti ẹ ó pọ̀ orí gàgàrà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Medayeye o, medayeye. Okay, let's get started. It's 12 noon already. Let's get started. Let's get started with our live streaming today. Who's live? Who is joining us live? Ajé àti pè ọ́ lónìí o, wá jẹ́ wa lóhùn tiwa láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. Bẹ́ẹ̀ni bọ́bí ẹ wá. Àbíwé ṣékémele. Ṣékémele ló bí ṣẹ́gun. Thank you very much for joining in that dance exercise. So let's share the link with our friends on WhatsApp. Let me know where you're streaming from. Let me know where you're streaming from. Welcome to IFA College. This is our Sunday morning live streaming. Live streaming every Sunday at exactly 12 noon Nigerian time. Yes, at exactly 12 noon Nigerian time. Let me adjust the camera and let's get started. Who has seen our topic for today? Please, can somebody come and adjust this fan for me? Let me know where you're streaming from. I need somebody to adjust this fan. Okay. All right. Yeah, greetings. Yes, please. Yeah. Greetings from Brazil. Thank you very much for joining in. I have like a handkerchief. Thank you very much for joining in today. Thank you very much for joining. It's another Sunday morning live. Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, and let's get this live streaming to go as viral as we need it to go. Ẹ ṣé o, ojúmọ́ ire o, ojúmọ́ ayọ̀, ojúmọ́ àlàáfíà, ojúmọ́ ìdùnnú fún gbogbo wa nílé lóko lẹ́yìn odi. Ẹ ṣé o, a dúpẹ́. Yeah, it's good. I'm fine. Okay, let's get started. Have you seen our topic for today? If you have seen the topic for today, or you are coming from my WhatsApp page and you have seen the topic that we shared for today, please type it in the comment section. What was our topic for today? Comment section. What are we talking about today? What's our topic today on this Sunday morning live streaming? Keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing. Those of you that are coming from WhatsApp, Nick here, Briggs. What's our topic for today? Thank you very much for the gift, for the support. This is IFA College, and I am IYANIFA Ewa. Why do givers still lack? Yes, that's our topic for today. Very interesting, because trust me, a lot of people want to know. Why do givers still lack? They said we should give. We should be kind. It will come back to us. It's better to give than to receive. Yorùbá máa sọ pé òkè òkè báyìí lọ́wọ́ afúnni ń gbé. Kí ló dé tó ẹ́ pé afúnni yẹn ló ti wá di aláìní báyìí? Ó dẹ̀ ń fún èèyàn tọkàntọkàn ní o. Kí ló dé gangan? What does Ifa even have to say about that topic? Why do givers still lack? Mr. Dave, ẹ ṣé gan ni. Now, let me ask a question before we get started. Let me ask a question. How many of you have heard that saying that it is more blessed to give than to receive? Èèyàn mélòó ló ti gbọ́ rí tí wọ́n sọ pé òkè báyìí lọ́wọ́ afúnni ń gbé? Is giving a scam? Exactly. That's part of our topic for today. This give. Is it really a thing? Does it really work? What does Ifa have to say to it? Because we can see the life of some people that have been giving and giving and giving and giving. I remember when I was in the primary school, in the elementary school, there was a song that I was taught. They said, giving, and giving is the way to live. Okay, that's not a song, but it was a phrase that they taught us to help us as we go through life. But we have gone through life and we have been giving, at least for those of us that have, in the little way that we can. We give our money, our resources, our finances, our time. We give ourselves. You know, everything about us, the connections we have, we give in different ways. How many of us, it's giving that you, it's giving that you receive? How many of us can boldly say that for every time I give, I have been receiving? Now, this is we're going to be very interactive today, and we're going to be very truthful to each other. Please, I need responses. How many people can categorically say that for every time that I have given, I have received? How many people can categorically say, you see this giving thing, what's it pay me? My life is better because I've been giving. See, let's be sincere. Let's be truthful. How many of you have experienced that? You see this giving thing, it really works because every time I give, I receive. My life is better before I give, because I give. I need answer to that first part. Those category of people, please, I want to see you. Our topic for today is, does giving still work? I have never given before, but I've never given before, but I can give my eyes. You can give your eyes, but you have never given before. Wow. I'm meeting somebody for the first time who is saying, the person said he has never given before. Aro, Adenike Rebecca. I don't know you in person, but I would disagree with that statement. It's not possible for you to have never given before. For where somebody will give their last card and still sleep hungry. Okay. Rebecca, I'm sure you have given before. You have given before. Your time, your resources, your trust, your love, your presence. We have given in one way or the other. She said she has been giving. Okay, sorry, I didn't get that. So let me go back and see it. Aro Adenike, let me go back and see that comment. I have never been giving before, but I can give my eyes. Okay, all right, I get it now. Thank you very much. The ability to give is based on empathy, but it has been abused and misapplied by some people. Okay, I have been giving until I perceive that nobody does anything for me for free. Yes, thank you so much. Like, okay, she said, yes, I see it. I give and I receive. Okay, somebody says, I give and I receive. Thank you so much for the love. So you give and you receive. And I see a lot of people that will categorically say they give and they do not receive. Now, for people that give, those of you that say you give, can you just highlight in a single chart the people that you've given to or things that you've given to? I mean, you've given to human beings in form of friends, family, strangers. Some people give to animals. Some people give to the universe. Some of you even give to God. You understand? You give to God. But I want us to be specific. Those of you that have given before, what category of beings have you given? I just listed 3. Giving to God, that is giving to the spiritual and the supernatural. Giving to human beings, that is friends, family, strangers, and every other thing in between. And then giving to animals, birds, pets, and all of that. Give me. Have you given to these 3 categories? So I want your answer to reflect spiritual, that is giving to God and spiritual entities, orishas, and what have you. Second one is human, which contains of every human thing. And the third one is animal. So please just list if you have given to any of those categories or all of them, just list it. I need to know. I'm going somewhere, or when you come to IFA College, you are coming to a teacher that will teach you step by step. So we are going from the things that you know to the things that you don't know. Somebody says, I've given to all 3. Another person says they are giving spiritual. Someone says, I've given to God, human, and animals. Okay. Let's see. I, myself, I have given to God, human, and animals. In fact, I've given to spiritual. Sometimes I give to inanimate things in the universe. You understand? I go to the river and we clear the side of the water. We are giving cleanliness to the beach, to the ocean, to the water. We have given to plants. We pass by and we'll see one. This person's plant looks sick. We wet the plants. We give them manure. We plant trees. we have given in so many forms. So those of you that have given to those categories that you have, right? When you are giving, my life has been on giving, but I've never expected anything back. Hardly received anything directly from people. Okay. You see, John, you will hold that thought. Mr. John, please remind me that thing that you just said now. I give and I have never expected anything back. Let's hold it because it's going to be very useful in this class. All right. Let me share the link with the people on WhatsApp. Okay. So we have been giving, we have all been giving. Now, another question I want to ask. Thank you for being interactive. And please keep your gifts coming. Keep your gifts coming. We have a gift target. Look at our goal target and whatever it is you can give towards the expansion and the continuity of IFA College, of our live streaming, of everything that we do to promote and to further the growth of Isheshe around the world. That is what, your gift goes a long way to support us. So keep liking, keep sharing, and keep dropping your gifts. Now, the next question. I said thank you for being very interactive because I need that interaction today. Now, the next question is going to be, when you are giving, did you know at the time that you are giving that when you give, you receive? Did you know that it was a thing? Or you are just giving out of I don't need this thing. Let me just discard of it. Somebody else needs it. Let me just give it to them. I don't have any good use of my time right now. Let me just go and help somebody. Did you realize at the time of your giving that there is something called when you give, you receive? Were you aware of that? For people that have been giving, please, I need a yes or no answer. Were you aware at the time that you started to give that when people give, they receive? Did you know that? Were you aware it was a thing? Or you were just doing your thing like, let me just do it. It doesn't matter. It doesn't make any difference. Let me just do it. I must confess that when I give something, I have expectation of receiving. Okay. I never knew. I always felt the universe will send back. Okay. Yeah, we're getting somewhere. All right. So how many people knew at the time they were giving that receiving is a thing? Like when I give, I'm supposed to receive. I'm sure they've told us that. Please keep liking. I'm not seeing the hearts flying. I want to see the hearts flying. Keep liking. Keep liking. Keep liking. So I need to know. I never know then, but I never expected anything back. Okay. Please, let's keep the answers coming. When you are giving, did you know that it was a thing to receive? Did you expect to receive anything? Did you know that it was a thing for you to receive back? What did they tell you about receiving back? Me, I just give. Oh, I know that Eledumare will give it back to me. Okay, I like that. So for those of us that grew up in church, you know how it is when we give. Even those of you that grew up in the mosque, you know how much Abrahamic religion emphasizes on giving. Give to the poor, give to the needy, give to strangers, give to friends, give to family. Now, we're getting to the interesting part of this conversation, which is the part of, have you ever been specifically told that the best way to give is to give and expect nothing in return? You see these words I mentioned specifically. I need to know how many people were taught while they were growing up, or you heard it somewhere before, that you have to give expecting nothing in return. Please, I need answers to those questions. Thank you very much for answering the previous questions. We need answers to this question. I personally give and expect nothing in return. Okay. You've heard it. All right. Yes, expect nothing in return. Okay. All right. Let's keep going. I need answers. When you were learning how to give, or when you started to give, did you hear about give expecting nothing in return? I need to know how many people heard of it. Give and expecting. When I give something to somebody, I try to forget it. Okay. Yes, expect nothing in return. Okay. So the group of give and expect nothing in return. I've seen you. Now let's move to the next group of people. Those of you that heard that when you give, you have to expect something in return. This is another question now. Have you heard that when you give, you have to expect something in return? That's another group of people. I need answers to that. Did you know that when you give, that you should expect something in return? That's another group of people. I want to know who are those in this category of give and you have to expect something in return. Somebody said no. Okay, how many no's or how many yes? When you give, you don't expect anything in return. I've always heard about giving and not expect anything in return, but it never made sense. Right. Right. I like that. She said it never made sense. I mean, let's see. Does it make sense? What does if I have to say to it? So you have never heard that you should give and expect something in return. All right. Okay. So all the questions I've asked today, it looks like everybody has been what's it called? Everybody has experienced it in one way or the other. Okay. All right. So please keep liking, keep tapping. Let's get to 10K. Yes, so that's what we are learning today. What does Ifa say about it? But keep tapping. Let's get to 10K likes and we'll get started. I don't like the situation when you give and people want to reciprocate immediately. Okay, you don't like the idea of that. Okay. Okay. Now let's get started. Let's get started. Okay. Before I Now this class, like I told you, most of the classes I teach here, they are extracts from my spiritual mentoring program. Okay, so I have a spiritual mentoring program where I mentor people, teach people, groom people on how to grow spiritually, how to start their spiritual journey, and how to grow in their spiritual journey in different aspects of their spiritual journey. Is that okay? So in that group, it's a 1 year subscription. You will find the subscription also on TikTok here. When you click on subscription on TikTok, you'll find two categories of subscription. The first category is how to pray. You want to learn how to pray the Ifa and Isheshe way. And the second category is spiritual mentoring. So this particular class is also an extract from a teaching that I give in my spiritual mentoring program. And that teaching is about receiving, how to receive. Now, before I decided to pick this topic today, as usual, I want to go around and see what other people have said about this topic and what people have said about this topic. And you know what I find out? As usual, when you go to take, for instance, YouTube and Google, and you search about giving, the spiritual reason why we have to give, why we should give, all the sermons and teachings and motivations on giving, right? There are so many of them. I started counting and I lost count on how many what's it called? How many videos and teachings are online about giving, teaching you to give, encouraging you to give. And then I went on to search for teachings on how to receive. And you'll be surprised that for every 1,000 videos, that you count on giving, you probably find just 5 that talks about receiving. I was in church. For those of you that are meeting me for the first time, let me give you a little background. I grew up in a Christian home. My great grandfather was a reverend in the Methodist church. My grandfather was a reverend in the Anglican church. I was practically born and raised in Deeper Life Church. And then I switched to Christ Embassy when I got to the uni. And I rose to become an assistant pastor in Christ Embassy. So trust me, when it comes to giving, I learned it in the religious way a lot. And I will tell you that for every time we had a sermon on giving, there was really no part of it where they taught us how to receive. Now, this is a class. And here, I tell you that 2 things that I do. I teach people to unlearn. 3 things. To unlearn, to relearn, and to learn. So today, get ready to unlearn certain things that you knew about giving. And this whole topic is centered around you yourself. You yourself. Now, let's start this way. Giving is an act, is an action word, is something that you do. Receiving is an act, is an action word, is something that you do. Both of those words are verbs. Verbs are action words. So you have to, the way you give, you have to also receive. It is a thing. Receiving doesn't just come automatically because you give. No. I need you to understand this thing. Now, let's try this. These are my 2 hands. Imagine that these 2 hands are representing 2 different people. Now, this is the giver and this is the receiver. Now, I am giving. Now, this thing is in my pocket, right? When I bring it out and I want to give this person, once I bring it out and stretch it, this is my action of giving. Now, this other person also has to bring their hand out of their pocket to get the action of receiving. They have to be able to receive it. If I give it out and this hand is inside my pocket and I just drop it, has an action of receiving been done? Was there a receiving? Please, I need comments. Was there a receiving in what just happened right now? Was there a receiving? When I bring this out of my pocket and I want to give to this second hand, and my second hand is not there and it drops, was there a receiving? No. But was there a giving from this hand? Yes. This hand gave, but this hand did not receive. So until you remove this hand out of your pocket and stretch it, and as you are coming, you meet it and you collect it, that is when there is a receiving. So you see that it is a 2 action thing. Every time you give to the universe, let's take for instance, every time you give and the universe gives back to you, the universe gives, but you are not there to receive, and the universe drops it. I have done my own side of giving. Did I give? Yes. Did this hand give? Yes. But did the other hand receive? No. It's a 2-way thing, which brings us back to what Ifa teaches us. Everything about Ifa is a balance. Everything has to be 2 ways. It has to be a balance. Look at your palm. When you come to the Ifa college, the first class I teach you, I tell you to look at your hand. Look at the color of your palm. Look at the texture. Look at the design, the lines on it, how beautiful it is. Look at the second side. You see the color, you see the texture. They are different, but it is on the same hand. Both of them together is what is called your hand. This is how it is. Meji meji bai ni Eledumare dale aye. Everything is created in 2s like this. Ifa teaches us about balance. There is summer, there is winter. There is tall, there is short. To birth and to pass. There is big, there is small. There is happy, there is sad. There is fruitful, there is fruitless. There is a balance. So there is giving, there has to be receiving. The way you have learned how to give, you also have to learn how to receive. Receiving it just doesn't happen. Action and reaction, yes, Mr. Dave Eshe. Receiving doesn't just happen. So when you give and you are not receiving, the question I ask you is, why are you not receiving? You don't tell yourself, now let's take this. One of the manipulative things that religion taught us is that we should give expecting nothing in return. That is one of the most manipulative trash that religion taught us. Somebody is asking, is Ifa a religion? No, Ifa is not a religion. For the uptime time, we do not have religion in Africa. What we have in Africa is spirituality. We have different forms of spirituality in Africa. The form of spirituality practiced by the Yoruba people of southwestern Nigeria across the coast of West Africa up until the Caribbeans and the Southern American community and a whole lot of other people that have joined us now is spirituality that is based on the system of Ifa. Ifa is just a knowledge system. Is that okay? So Ifa is not a religion. Now, let's go back. One of the most manipulative things that religion would ever teach you is that you should give expecting nothing in return. Life was not created that way. The universe was not created that way. The divine and the supreme being did not structure this human life or any form of life at all that way. Do you understand it? It is a lie that they sold to you to perpetually keep you in a place where they can drain you, they can take from you, constantly taking from you without any accountability of how you receive. They first of all don't care where you are bringing it out from. They don't care whether you receive because they have taught you to never expect anything in return. Now, look at the universe. Now, for the course of this class, I will be referring to the divine and the supreme being as the universe. Let's use that word for this teaching. So some of you refer to your divine and supreme being as God, as Allah, as Olodumare, as Chuku, whatever in your different languages. But for the course of this class, let's stick to the word universe. So every time I say universe, we are referring to the divine and the supreme being that holds this human life in place, controlled it, made it, and structured it. Is that okay? Now, let me see. Somebody said something. Let me see. What is the afterlife of Ifa people? Please, if you're asking me any question that does not pertain to what we are teaching, today we are teaching about giving and receiving. If you have any other questions aside from this, send a DM, send an email, or send a message via WhatsApp. I will be typing out the WhatsApp number now so that you do not distract what we're teaching today. And that is not to mean that your question is not valid or I don't have answers to them, but so as not to distract and break the flow of this teaching. That is why I would advise that you send a message via WhatsApp. I just posted the WhatsApp number via my second number, which is the backup for this page, IYANIFA Ewa. So the WhatsApp number is pinned. If you have any questions aside from what we are teaching, drop that. So, like I was saying, it is a lie that is sold to us. Now, we're going to be using the word universe. Now, look at the way the universe designed this life. Look at the way the divine and the supreme being designed this life based on giving and receiving. You give seeds to the ground earth. What do you receive? You receive a harvest. You plant a seed tree, you receive a tree, and the tree has what? So many leaves, so many branches, and so many fruits. You take an egg of a fish. Once it hatches, it produces multiple other fishes. You give and then you receive. You are a man. You meet with your wife in an intimate setting. You give the woman a seed that we call sperm, and she gives you what? A child or two children. That tiny thing that you gave, you received back a child. When you give your children food or you give your body food, you receive growth. So everything about the universe is about giving and receiving. You give ebo to the orishas. You receive answers to your request. You give ebo to Ogun to fight a war for you. You receive victory. Ogun ye o moye. You receive victory. That is standard. It is not something that should be happening per chance. It's not something that when it happens, you are now like, I'm grateful to God. Oh, I've been praying for this thing for the last 20 years. I've been sowing my seeds, paying my tithes, giving my offering. God finally answered as though it is a miracle. There is, how many farmers goes to harvest during the harvest season? And they come back and say, oh, I planted 10 corn. Oh, imagine, a cob has grown. That is what you are supposed to expect. Nobody says, oh, I paid my children's school fees and they came back from school. Praise God. Their teacher taught them something today. Excuse you. You gave money for education. You have to receive it. That is how the universe works. So if you are experiencing anything other than that, it is not the universe that is responsible for it. It is you. Ask yourself, what exactly are you doing wrong? Where exactly do you miss it? Somebody said, what about Sarah? It is a form of giving. Every form of giving falls under this. Now, hold one thought. The first thing that you need to unlearn is that giving and expecting nothing in return. Please trash that idea. It does not exist. It's a manipulation that religion has used to push you in a corner where they can constantly take away from you and they are not responsible for whether you have or not. It is said that it is not where, now, let's take it step by step. The where we are going to get to it. But the fundamental thing is when you give, you must receive. When you give, you must receive. Now, where is it going to come from? We are going to get to that. So let's take it step by step. I need everybody to type it. I cannot hear you in your words. I would have said, say it, but I need you to type it. This is my first time in 70 years learning about receiving after many years of philosophy. Yes, so many years we have all learned about giving. People hardly teach us about receiving. So I want you to type it in the comment section that every time I give, I expect something in return. And there's nothing wrong with that. Deal with that guilt inside you that tells you that when you give and you expect something in return, you are a bad person. No, you are not. I need you to add it to your confession list every day. Type it in this comment section and go and type it somewhere in your house and tell yourself, every time I give, I receive. I must receive. I have to receive. Type it in the comment section and keep tapping. Every time I give, I have to receive. Ẹ̀yin ọmọ Yorùbá tó wà ń bí ẹ sọ fúnra yín pé gbogbo ìgbà tí mo bá fúnrúgbìn ó di dandan kí n rí gbà padà. It is a must. It is not a sometimes it will come, sometimes. Every time I give, I must receive. It is a must. So that's the first thing. You see that thing that they have built in your head, you need to start to unlearn it. You must receive back. Now that we have said that, let's move to the next part. Giving is something that it is an action that you decide to do. You sit down and you think about it. This person needs something, and then you give to that person. You give to the universe. Now, I'm going to take it one by one. Let's start from the part of giving to the universe. Now, when we give, where does it come from? That's the next thing. Somebody was saying that it's not every time that we give that we expect from the same person. Now, where does it come from? When I give something, do I receive it in return proportionally? Yes, we are going to get to the proportion and the where. The next thing is, where does it come from? Now, it is a divine principle to give and to receive. There is a time to sow and there is a time to reap. It is a divine principle. It is a universal principle. The universe has put that principle in place. I am not the one that brought up the idea. So you need to understand that the universe is responsible for giving back to you because you are following the principle of the universe. Just look at yourself as a farmer. Every time you plant, who gives back to you? Is the universe that causes the soil to give back. You do not need to understand what is going on in the soil. You don't take a microscope and be looking into the soil every day and try to see inside and try to understand what's happening there. You plant. You go back. After 2 weeks, you are supposed to wet. You come back and wet it. You are supposed to add manure. You add it. You are supposed to put a shade. You put the shade. You are supposed to guard your farm so that encroachers will not go there. Headsmen will not go there. You guard it. You are supposed to do X, Y, Z. You do it. And when you are done, you relax and then you check the time. Harvest time is in 9 months. You start to go there from 8 months to see what is happening. You see, that is how you give. That is the same way you have to prepare for your receiving. So the first place the first thing we are going to learn is where it is coming from. Thank you very much. Tio said it can be likened to investment. That is the next analogy that I'm going to use. Now, you are receiving from where? The universe. The universe is the one that puts that principle. The universe is the one that is going to receive. Now, when you give, you are not expecting to receive back from the same person. If you are expecting to receive back from the same person, that's just a trend. I mean, that's just like what I love my husband and he loves me back. It's a duty. That's not giving freely. Like when you give freely, that's a duty, right? I give time to my friends and I expect them to show up for me. That is a duty. That's not what we're talking about. I give to my children and expect them to give back to me. That is a duty. And we all have duties that we have to do. But when you give freely, you are not under any obligation to do it. Nobody is going to hold you down if you do not do it. There is no law that is hanging on your neck for you to do it. That is the type of giving we are talking about now. That type of giving is what we are talking about. So when you do that type of giving, where it comes from is from the universe. We are using the word universe to represent the divine, the supreme being, God, spirit, supernatural, whatever. It's the universe that gives back. So now let's start. What is the universe? How do I trust that if I give to the universe is going to give back to me? Now, some of you, this is another thing that you need to unlearn. Some of you don't even understand that the universe is capable of giving back. Now, let me ask a question here so that you will know that what you say most of the time is different from what you believe and what you hold inside your subconscious. How many people believe that God is so abundant, Olodumare is so abundant and endless in supply to give to every human being? Like what Olodumare has, what the universe has, what God has, what Allah has, whatever it is you choose to call your supreme being. How many of you know that what that divine being has is more than enough to be able to give everybody on earth to have in excess, and it will not deplete? How many of us believe that? I need comments. Aboru Aboyo, how many of us believe that this universe, God, the divine being, the supreme being, has so much in excess that the 7+ billion people on earth can have abundance of everything they want and nobody will lack anything. And the universe will still not feel that something has gone out. How many of us believe? You do. Okay, glad that we have a lot of people that do. All right. So if you believe that, why then do you give to the universe and the universe does not give back to you? Why? I need to understand. Why do you give? Why do you give and God does not give back to you? Why do you give and Olodumare does not give back to you? I think everybody that believes in anything they believe should believe that. I don't understand how that translates. If God is the creator, why do I have to give something to him if he's the creator of everything? Okay, we are going to get to that. Very important. This is one thing that religion has sold to us. They say we have to give to God. Now, this is Ifa College. This is a branch of African spirituality. In African spirituality, we do not give to God. God does not need anything from us. Is that okay? So that's another idea that you have to unlearn. The person asking for the WhatsApp number, I just posted the WhatsApp number now from my other page, IYANIFA Ewa Herbs. So let me see. I like to address people by their names. Lupi, I can't pronounce your last name. I think it's Spanish. If God is the creator, why do I have to give something to him if he's the creator of everything? Exactly. That is one of the lies that religion has sold to them. God does not need you to give anything to him. He does not need anything. He has everything. Is that okay? God does not need anything from you. He's not asking you to give him anything. African spirituality does not believe in the fact that we give to God. Or please, anybody that is practicing Ifa here, have you ever given any ebo to Olodumare? Has there been any time that Ifa said, this ebo is for Olodumare? Please, those of you that are practicing Ifa, I need you to comment. Is there anything in Ifa that says we give ebo to Olodumare? No, there is nothing like that. We do not give to Olodumare. We do not give to Olodumare. Olodumare does not demand us to give anything, any ebo, any etutu. The only thing that we give to Olodumare is Iba. Iba is a form of worship and homage in respect of who that divine being is, the power that he holds, the position and the seat, and it's not even Olodumare that we give to, that we give Iba to. A máa ń ṣe ìbà Olódùmarè, à á ṣe ìbà àwọn òrìṣà wa, à á ṣe ìbà àwọn ọ̀yà mi tẹ́lẹ̀dùmarè gbélé ayé lé lọ́wọ́, à á ṣe ìbà bàbá àtìyá tó bí wa, à á ṣe ìbà àwọn alálẹ̀ ilẹ̀, àwọn tó ti lọ ká tó lọ, àwọn tó ṣíwájú wa, àwọn àgbààgbà inú ilé wa, à ń ṣe ìbà wọn. Let me say that in English. We give Iba to Olódùmarè, to the àwọn ọ̀yà mi, the spiritual mothers that hold this earth, the orishas, to our biological father and mothers, to the spiritual leaders that we have, to the ones that have done, to our ancestors, to the people that we see physically today who are older than us. When we get to a place, we give Iba. That is the only thing that Olodumare requires of us. So that is the next thing to unlearn. God is not asking you to give him nothing. So whoever it is that puts a congregation of people together and say it's time to give your tithe and offering to God, you are not giving it to God. He doesn't need it. The Iba we give to Olodumare, Olodumare does not need our Iba to exist. We give Iba to Olodumare because we recognize authority. Because Yoruba people are a people of respect and authority. We pay homage to people that are older than us. When we walk into a place and you find people that are 2-3 years older than you, Ekpelesa, Eka Sonsa, we are paying homage. It is not a thing that we give to God. So for the years that you have heard you are giving to God, you are not giving to God. God did not send anybody to collect anything. What could you possibly give to God? What? The money that they take from you and they say it was given to God, do they not spend it on human and earthly things? Why don't they just come out and say, we need money for X, Y, Z? And you look at it and you say, do I want to be part of X, Y, Z? And then you become a part of it. Is the act of gratitude a way of giving? The act of gratitude is a way of showing appreciation to something that is given to you. When you say thank you to me, you are not giving me something. What do I do with your thank you? You are not giving somebody something when you show gratitude. You are just appreciating what they have done. When you show gratitude by giving somebody a gift, it is that gift that you are giving to them. You are not giving them gratitude. Gratitude is not a form of giving. What you give is what you have given. If you want to say thank you to your husband for being a good father and a good husband on Father's Day, and you give him a shirt, what you gave him is a shirt. You did not give him thank you. Nobody gives anybody thank you. There is nothing I want to do with your thank you. It is not something that, it doesn't add any value to me as a person. So when you pay homage and worship, you are not adding any value to anything. You are only showing respect as a trained human being, as ẹni tó lọ́pọlọ tí wọ́n kọ́ tó gbẹ̀kọ́. You are only respecting authority. You are reminding yourself that these people are of a higher authority than I am, and I acknowledge their presence here. That is just what it is. So yes, God did not demand that you give him anything, and you do not give God anything. Let's establish that. Any form of religion or spirituality that tells you that you are giving to God, continue to give to God, God will give back to you. God does not give back to you because you give to him. When was the last time you gave anything and God gives you the air that you are breathing in? The universe gives you the air that you are breathing in. It gives you rain when it's raining season. So if the universe can give you life that you cannot pay anything for, why exactly does it need to take something from you to give you every other thing? Why is there a price on every other thing if there is no price on your life, on the air that you breathe, on the health that you have, on the rain that is falling, on the sun that is shining, on the plant that is growing? If there is nothing you are paying for that, whether or not you believe in God, you will have those things anyway. So why do they tell you that there are certain things that if you do not give to God, he cannot give back to you? That is just pure manipulation. So second thing to unlearn, God does not need you to give him nothing. He is self-sufficient, absolute in itself, themselves, whatever pronoun you want to use. So trash that idea. Is that okay? Yes. So we were going to, every time you give to humans, to supernatural bodies, to animals, every time you give, you are not expecting, to receive from the same place that you give. So when you give to the needy, you are not expecting that one day that needy person will now grow up and have money and he will give it back to you. No. When you give to strangers, you are not expecting that sometimes in the future that stranger will see you and will give it back to you. That is another idea that some of you have about giving that you need to trash. You will give somebody something. You will not let them hear the last of it. Shebi, that's how I gave you 2 months ago. So I need something now. I do not, you are not giving to me. Some of you, when you are in need, now, listen to this. Don't mix it up. When you are in need and you go to certain people to demand help from them, that is a duty. You know that those people owe you some level of duty. So you go there and you demand. Like when my children need something and they come to me to ask, it is my duty to show up for them. When your best friend or your group of friends that you have shown up for, if you need and you call them, that is a duty. That is not giving. That's not what we are talking about here. In a duty, we have duty and responsibility to ourselves. There's no certain like I don't owe anybody nothing. That's another idea that you need to trash. There's nothing called I don't owe anybody anything. You owe people. There are duties and obligations that you have in this life. If you have called somebody your friend, you owe them to show up for them because they have shown up for you. If you have brought children into this world, you owe them. If you have married a partner, you owe them. If you are a member of a community where everybody is contributing in that community, you owe that community. You don't go about saying, I don't owe anybody anything. And it's a duty. Before you go demanding something from people, make sure you have also performed your own duty to them. That's why you get the response, I don't owe you anything. Why? Because you have not performed any duty there. And you are coming there the day you need because the person has money. You feel that the person owes you to help you. If you have not performed a duty there, you don't go there demanding for anything. So when you demand for things and people are performing duty, that is duty. That is not the type of giving we are talking about today. Is that okay? So in this giving we are talking about today, when you give, you do not necessarily have to receive from the same place where you gave. Understand that. Where does it now come from? The universe is the one that gives back to you. Let's soak that in. When you are giving freely, without any obligation, giving as a form of help, you give to strangers, to the needy, to animals, to other human beings, to orishas, to spirit beings. Maybe you go to the water to give it to your waters people, to your egbe. You put out seeds for birds to eat. You randomly send money to a stranger that is not expecting it. All of these wonderful things. You show up with your time. Some people might not even have money, but there's something to be done. You give your skills, you give your time willingly, under no obligation, willingly. Not that you are expecting something back from that person or from that certain place. That kind of giving, it is the universe that gives back to you. I need you to understand two things: duty, obligations, and then giving. When you give and you are expecting something back from the same place, my brother, my sister, it is called obligation. It is a duty. That's not giving. If the person does not give back to you, it's between you and the person. You are the one that understand the kind of relationship you have, that you are doing for people and they are not doing back for you as a duty. That's between you. That's not part of this conversation. The universe does not have any business with you and your friends or your partners. Is that okay? But the one that the universe has business with is when you give willingly to people that you know that they are not likely to be able to pay you back. You might not even see them again in this lifetime, and you keep giving to them. It's the universe that gives back. Now, let's define what this universe means. I've said that we will be using that term to define God, the divine being, and blah, 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 and all of those good stuff in between. Now, the universe. What is the universe? This universe that they are even saying is going to give us back. This universe, is this universe even capable? Which is why I ask you that question. Do you think the universe is abundant enough to give all of us? If 7 billion of us on this earth, 7+ billion, decide to continue to give and give, expecting, we're giving not as a duty, we're helping people, we are doing, can the universe even pay all of us back? Yes. Everybody has answered yes. We do. We believe that. Now, I know you have heard this before. And I know you think you believe this. But this is how I know that you do not believe it. Several times I have been on social media. Maybe a young lady makes a post. She's probably 30 or 25. Or a young man in his early 20s, he makes a post on the internet and he says, child of grace, big God, small girl, I be small girl, big God. Grace that did it. Grace found me. And the guy shows a luxury house. The girl shows a luxury item that she has bought, something that looks like is more than this person's age, in quotes, and you see it. I go under the comment section of such posts, and do you know what I see? 8 out of every 10 is saying, Abeg, get out. You better tell us the sugar daddy that is funding you. Who is the politician you are sleeping with? Yahoo boy, is that you? Oh, this one is helping them push drugs. Oh, this one is a front for the politicians. Oh, this, oh, that. Now, am I saying that those things don't exist and those scenarios don't exist? No. But my question to you is, why is that the first thing that crosses your mind? The first thing that crosses your mind is that for every girl that buys a house, one sugar daddy is bankrolling her. Does those things exist? Yes. But why is that the first thing that crosses your own mind? Why do you think that the universe cannot just bless people? And then you are, the day that it happens to you, you that you are in the comment section, you are also a 28-year-old girl that is praying that I want to make my parents proud. I want to build a house for my parents. Are you planning to build that house at the age of 50 when your father is 90? No. You are planning to build that house for your parents before you are 30. You are going to church every day to pray. I want to make mama proud. I want to take my mother and my father abroad. I want them to at least fly a plane. Those of you that your parents have flown a plane, I want to take them on first class. You are 30-something years old, but you believe that the God you pray to in church every day will answer that prayer and make you do it. Not at the age of 50, not at the age of 40. Me, I'm 43. I don't have mommy and daddy again. So age 20, kini kan tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n ṣì wà láyé tí wọ́n ṣì lè jẹ chicken. That's when you want to do it for them. But when you see somebody else having the same thing, the first thing that comes to your mind is, let's find out who her father is. Is either her father is a rich man, or she's connected to one rich man, or she's sleeping with one rich man. When you see a guy, is either he's doing Yahoo or he's doing drugs. Why is that the first thing that crosses your own mind? Why can't your subconscious say that, this is the way. This person has exactly the same thing that I'm praying for. If I am praying that it should happen to me, then it can happen to somebody else. But because you do not, deep down inside of you, you don't believe that thing you are saying. I want to make mama proud. You don't believe it deep down inside of you. When it's left to you and yourself on your bed in your room, you don't believe it. Where is it going to come from? Yet, when they are saying this, I believe God. God is abundant. God can do anything. God can turn a situation around. Hallelujah. You are there. At the end of the day, when it remains you and yourself, you don't believe it. A lot of you do not believe it. Now, I will say again, I am not disputing the fact that people do all sorts of things to get money. But I need you to also not dispute the fact that the universe is abundant enough to give back to people. When the man that goes to plant maize, when he plants maize, is it not just grain, a handful of grain? Is it not a large cob, at least one cob, right? You know the number of grains on one cob. Is it not hundreds of that cob that he receives back? Is it not hundreds that he receives back? When a man meets with his wife, intimacy, look at the tiny size of that seed that comes out of a man. Look at the weight of the baby. That tiny seed, how many cells in it? Look at how many cells is in a baby, 1 or 2 bouncing. Look at what that seed is going to develop into when that child is growing. See how the universe gives back. The universe gives back in multiple folds, but you don't believe it. It is not a thing. You do not believe it. So when you don't receive it, it's not the universe that is not giving to you. Remember the analogy I gave you at the beginning. My 2 hands is at my back. This hand is telling this hand that, I have something I want to give you. The thing I want to give you is the staff of an Iyabiye. An Iyabiye is the highest title of a woman in one of the most sacred spiritual societies, and I want to give it to you. And you say, yes, I believe you. Anything you say, I believe. Then he stretches out his hand to say, let me give you this staff. And this second hand is not coming out. He's looking at it like, how can I get the staff? Who am I? Where do I've not even joined the society? How can I just get the staff like that? How can I? What is your headache? Wọ́n ní kó wá jẹun. O ní báwo ló ṣe máa tó? Ṣé yọ̀ lọ ní kó mú wá ní àbẹ́pọ̀? The universe says, I want to give you abundance. You are saying, how is it going to happen? When is it going to happen? In this thing, everybody will think. Did the universe ask you to bring pepper or oil? They say, come and sit down and eat. You are asking her, how did they get Maggi? How did they get salt? Did they ask you to bring anything? They say, sit down and eat. Remove spoon. Put the food in your mouth and eat and shut up. If this hand does not come out, it cannot receive. The universe will give. It will just drop there. You will not receive it. Then you come out and say, I did not receive anything. The universe did not give me. The day the universe was dropping it, where were you? You don't even believe that it can happen. Please, let's keep tapping. I see a lot of questions popping up. Let me answer the question. Let's scroll to where we started the last question. Please keep tapping while I answer the questions. Give and it shall be given unto you. Good measure pressed down. Okay. We all see, but we don't observe. Mind expansion lessons. Okay. Utura, Orire. Let me see. Givers always receive blessings. Okay. But you have to be wisely in spending. Okay. Giving should be a part of human character. Imported religions manipulated us. Is there any question? Can you also give by sending gifts, tapping on your screen and sharing the likes to others? Oh yes, you are giving. You are giving. As you tap likes and likes increases, the videos is shared to more people. As you give it's not money you use to buy the gifts. If you give us gifts, it's not money that TikTok is giving us back. Yeah, so you are giving. What if I give willingly and when I'm in need, expecting the universe to give back to me? Oh, yes, that's what we are teaching. Continue to follow. Let's consider the case of somebody like Pella. Did he give so much to receive so much? Pella, please, who is Pella? Please, who is Pella? Because the universe blesses through a channel, it depends on the heart you use to give. Pastors preach this daily. IYANIFA, this is a hot topic. That guy own something else. I know put mouth. Okay, Shady Pella. How come I don't know Pella? This is what IYANIFA is still talking about. Yes. Give his time, talent, and resources to make people happy and entertain you. Oh, the person is an entertainer. What is... Okay, it must come from someone. The universe does not throw wealth to people. Now we are getting that. Okay, it's either from someone or the work of your hands. Okay, we are getting there. Really, their prayers and their dedication, and they are not ready. I don't forget there are many reasons behind such. Okay, we'll get into that. Let me see. How determine how well and probably how some. Okay, you're still having a conversation. Yes, and we are receiving knowledge in return. So we can't expect to receive outside of this life. Hella is a TikToker. Okay. Oh, all right. I don't know who that person is. Sorry. Let me tell so many of you don't know that. The moment I finish my live streaming, I post my videos. I'm out of social media. I don't really have time to scroll through social media like a lot of people because the work that I have to do, by the time I'm done creating content, IFA College is there, the spiritual work is there. I have a company called Ewa Herbs and Fertility Center Limited, where I deal with herbal products, healing herbal products, and then we deal basically with fertility. I have that to do. Then I have to create courses. And aside from that, I'm a wife and I'm a mother to 5 amazing kids. And then I also have a personal life. So you see, there's so much going on social media that unfortunately I don't know. But let's continue. let's continue. Okay, so I was saying that we need to understand that the universe is capable of giving back to us. And you yourself, you need to tell yourself that the universe has more than enough to give to me. The universe has more than enough to give to me. Yes, I have 5 kids. My first is 16 and my last is 5 years old. And I have other ones in between. Thank you so much. The universe, you have to see, you have to establish the fact that the universe is more willing to give back to you. That thing you have to tell yourself. So this is another thing you will type somewhere and write. This is not motivational speech. This is reality. This is how it works. You have to go and type it somewhere. As you are typing it in the comment section, print it out somewhere in your what's it called? Somewhere in your house. Somebody said at 46, that is great. Are you referring to my age at 46? I'm not 46, so I'm not yet 46. But I'm not yet 46. I'm far from 46. So write it out, and this is what you write out. The universe has more than enough to give to me. Don't say to us. Personalize it, type it, and go and write it somewhere. Continue to say it to yourself every day so that you can change that, whatever it is that is in your subconscious. The universe has more than enough to give to me. The universe has more than enough to give to me. The universe has more than enough to give to me. And as the universe is giving to me, the universe also is giving to other people. It is not your duty or your responsibility to start to think, how is it going to happen? Where is it going to happen? If somebody comes out to social media and the person lies about what the source of their income is and they say, oh, it's God's grace, what does it change about you? It doesn't change nothing about you. So it is not, you see, this thing that you do is the distraction of a lifetime. Going from one person's story to another, sniffing your nose into it. Are you sure it's God that did it for them? Are you sure it's not God? So if it is God that did it for them, what will you do? You will say, thank God. If it's not God that did it for them, what will you do? Cocoin? It's not your business. It doesn't have anything to do with you. It validating where the source of somebody's sudden wealth comes from. It does not change anything for you. Stop wasting your time. It does not have anything to do with you. If you really intelligently and intentionally want to learn from people that are growing wealth, that's not the way to go about it. And that is why some of you will not have the capacity of what you are able to have. Because you are wasting your time. Time is another part of resource. You are wasting it on things that is not going to add anything to your life. If somebody shows up on social media today and says, I just bought the whole of Banana Island, that's his business. If he stole the money, they will catch up with him one day. If they don't catch up with him, there is nothing you can do. Is it your house he came to steal? When your father's house is not missing. When there is a problem is if somebody is claiming your father's house as his own house. That's when you can step in and say, no, this is my father's property. But in continue coin, you will spend endless time. It is not the one that is supposed to. I knew that girl 2 days ago. How can she come today and say she just bought Benz? What is your business? If it's Benz that you want, go and find how you are going to buy your own Benz. If somebody is bankrolling her, sooner or later, àṣírí máa tú. Tí rọ́bà lọ fógún ọdún báyìí, ìjọ kan lòótọ́ máa gbà. If they are lying to say, oh, it is our hard work, one day the truth will come out. If you tell a lie for 20 years, there is always that one day. Monkey go market, no go return. That one day is coming. Leave it for them. It doesn't have anything to do with you. Focus on the things that have to do with you. Do you understand? Somebody said, can you give intentionally to the needy and receive from the universe? That's where we are getting to now. So the universe has more than enough to give to you. and the universe is willing to give to you. That is the next thing. First of all, we have established the universe has more than enough to give to us. Secondly, we are establishing that the universe is willing to give to you. You are not begging for it. The universe is willing to give to you. It's not something you beg for. It's not something you ask for. It's not something you pray for. It's not something you hope for. It's not something you have to fast over. When you give, it is an automatic process. It comes. There is no farmer that goes and stands on his farm. He has planted, or he's supposed to harvest in 6 months. Then every night he's going on that farm. Oh, this plant, it has to grow. This tree, it has to grow. Come out in the name of Jesus. Oh, oh Allah, this seed has to come out. It just has to come out. Nobody does that. That is a clear example of how the universe works. Nobody does that. The only reason you have to be praying for a magic or a miracle on your farm is if you have not planted. If you have planted, what are you supposed to do? Ask your fellow farmers. I just came new into this city. When we plant, what do we do? You have to create a guard and protect your farmland. Go and do that. We have to wet our land every day. Go and do that. We have to put manure. Go and do that. Do all of those things. And it will come out. It will come out. If it doesn't come, then we need to ask ourselves what happened. Maybe there was maybe there was a famine in the land that affected everybody. It's not only you. Maybe there was flood that just washed everything away. You need to go and find out why there is flood. A lot of your drainage is not right. That's where there is flood. But was it supposed to grow? Yes. You cannot plant and go there and there is nothing. So you do not fast and pray to receive. You do not confess to receive. You do not hope for receiving. It comes. Nobody fast and pray for the seed of the sperm and the egg that has been planted in the womb. Nobody fast and pray that, today I'm praying that the hand will develop. We have to pray so that the bone will develop in the hand. It is the ear that is not developing. We have to pray that the ear will develop. You don't even know how it happens. Yes, we are praying that the mother will safe delivery. There will be no miscarriage. There will be no stillbirth. But what you are praying for is not growth. Do you know why you are praying that there will be no stillbirth? The same reason that the farmer is guarding his farm, so that nothing will go there and eat it. But he's not guarding his farm so that the farm can grow. No. He's not praying that, let me guard the farm so that it can grow. No. Growth will happen. He's guarding his farm so that herdsmen will not go in there. So that goats that is going around will not go there and eat the seedlings. He's not guarding it against growth. You do not control growth. You do not control how the universe gives to you. You do not control how rain falls. You don't control it. The universe gives. You do not control the flow of the air. What can you do? You can purify your air. You can make sure that the air is not polluted, but the existence of air and the abundance of it, nobody controls it. That is how the universe, that is how it works. So you are not praying for the universe to give back to you. Giving back to you is what the universe does naturally. It's a principle. What time of the year are we? May. In most countries, you are preparing for summer. How many fasting and prayer is going on in church today, Sunday, so that summer will come? How many team of fasting and prayer in mosque has started going on so that winter will come in December? How many people is praying? Okay, if that is the way it works, please, I need a team of fasting and prayer people to start to pray so that we will see snow in Nigeria this December, so that we will have white Christmas in Nigeria. It doesn't happen that way. So stop it. You do not pray to receive. Unlearn that idea, that manipulative lie they told you. Do you know why they told you that lie? So that you will not be able to receive. So that you can focus your attention on fasting and prayer, and you will not do the things you are supposed to do to receive, because they do not want you to receive. You think if they taught you in religion this principle of giving and receiving, you think anybody will be able to hold you down and tell you to come for 3 days financial breakthrough seminar, 3 days fasting and prayer for financial breakthrough? I must break through this year. You are always looking for somewhere to. Where are you breaking through to? Where? What are you breaking through? What you need to break through is the ignorance and the lies that they have told you. You are not breaking through into anywhere. How many things have you broken through? Do you know how many of such services you have attended? Ifa teaches us about balance. As long as there is giving, there is receiving. Is a balance, is a natural occurrence of life. So naturally, the universe gives back to you. Naturally. So you are going to type in the comment section again and write down in your book, the universe gives back to me naturally. I do not need to fast, pray, and hope for it. Type that in comment section and write it in your book, because the whole idea is for you to learn. Some of you will be in this live streaming now. You'll be tapping and tapping and tapping. I cannot see the heart going. Let's go back into. I cannot see your gift though. This thing I'm teaching you, before your pastor will teach you on Sunday, oh my God, tithe and offering, lọ́wọ́ yín o. You are not giving gifts, you are not tapping, you are not liking, you are not sharing, and you are receiving free knowledge. The universe gives back to me. Don't say the universe gives back naturally. Say it to yourself. The universe gives back to me naturally. Type your questions if you have any. The universe gives back to me naturally. It's a natural occurring process. I don't need to fast for it. I don't need to pray for it. I don't need to hope for it. It occurs naturally. Let me give you the kind of example that you want to hear. As a man, when you see the kind of woman, what is AJEH? It's not a Yoruba word though, so please can you type it? Is it Ajay you are typing or Ajay? They are two different. So if you are asking me a question in Yoruba, please type it properly so that I can understand you. Yoruba is a tonal language. Please, is it safe for us to bathe? To bath, what is this now? To bath Oshole soap for money. If you have any question that does not involve giving and receiving, please send a message to that WhatsApp number that is now showing on your screen. That WhatsApp number that is now showing on your screen, send a message. The universe gives back to me naturally. Now, let me give you an example. All of you will like this example and you will remember it. As a man, when you see a woman that you like, is it natural? The AJE, is it Orisha J you're asking for or Ajay? They are spelled the same way. If it's Orisha Ajay, please put Orisha in front of it. If it is Ajay, don't put Orisha, so I will know what it is. Type the question again, so I'll know what exactly you're asking me. When you see a woman that you like, and your manhood stands up and is straight and hard like this, does he need prayer? The moment he starts to need prayer before he responds to a beautiful woman, before your body gives sexual response to a beautiful one, there's a problem. Naturally, he's supposed to respond. When you see a man that you like, your husband that you love, blah, 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 as a woman, your body gets wet naturally. You don't need prayer. It's natural. It has given, that man gives you a certain feeling. Your body is giving out that fluid as a response, giving and receiving. It's just like that. You see the kind of woman you are attracted to, that look, that her figure, her shape, her words, whatever it is that attracts you, it gives your brain a message. And what does your brain give back? An erection. Is that simple? As simple as that. It's not complicated. Don't let anybody complicate it to you. It's not complicated. It's very simple. Do you understand it? So we have established that the universe has more than enough to give to us, and the universe is more willing to give to us. It gives to us naturally. Now that we have established that, why then don't we receive? Because we are expecting nothing in return. You are not expecting anything. If I am not expecting anything from you, I do not stretch my hand in front of you. If I've called you and I say, guy, help me look for my phone, and you say, oh, I found your phone. The moment I get to you, I just stretch my hand from the car to do what? To receive the phone. Why? Because I am expecting you to hand me my phone. But they have taught you, they have trained you, they have taught you, they have trained you to expect nothing in return. So when you are not expecting from the universe, how do you receive? Now, somebody is in the comment section that is assistant Jesus that is going to say, but the universe is just supposed to give to us naturally. The universe gives to you naturally, but there is an act of receiving. Receiving is an act, is an action that you do. You see the way you intentionally give, the way that man was intentionally planting his seeds. You have to intentionally expect to receive. How do you receive? That's where we are going to. You have to intentionally expect to receive. When it is 9 months, planting season is gone. Harvest season is 9 months. By 8 months, the farmer is going there to prepare. Oh yeah, let us go and open our store. If they don't have a warehouse for themselves, let's go and rent warehouse. Go and bring everything we are going to use to have it. He starts to put his team together. Why? He is expecting a harvest. He doesn't just plant and sit down in his house and say, Shebi, it will grow. It will grow by itself. It will remove itself from the corn will remove itself from the farm, and it will walk with its AI legs and enter into the imaginary warehouse that he has put there. That's not how it works. The moment we see the cloud, they taught us how water, rain, and cloud formation happens when we were doing, was it geography? While we were taking geography or Greek science, I can't remember which one. They taught us that the sun will shine and evaporate the water on earth, in the soil, on the beach, in blah, blah, blah. And then it will take it. It will absorb it, evaporate it into the cloud. Then when the cloud is filled with rain, it will empty itself. The moment we are expecting it. Why? Because we do not live in a desert. People that live in a desert, there is no water that the sun is going to absorb and condense into the sky. So they are not expecting rain. But you and I do not live in deserts. So we know that as long as sun is shining and there is water on our land and in our ocean, the sun has evaporated water into the sky. Then there's a certain time that we know that the rain will fall. When we start to look at the cloud, what do? We take our bucket outside for rainwater to fall into it. If you grew up in the side of the world where I grew up, that's what we do. But you do not say, God is going to give us rain. I don't need to do anything. God is the one that is supposed to give us rain. Then you stay in your house and you expect rain to fall and the rain to enter through your window and enter into your bucket and your drum and your keg of water. You don't do that. You take your bucket outside to receive the rain. The universe will give the water in form of rain. You don't control that. The universe gives it naturally. But your own part is to carry your bucket outside and receive. That's the same way it works in life. There is a responsibility with receiving. The same way there is a responsibility with giving, there is a responsibility with receiving. Is that okay? So you are going to type in the comment section, I give expecting to receive. When I give, I expect to receive. Type it down in the comment section and write it in your book. When I give, I expect to receive. That person that was asking about Orisha J, please click on the link on the bio of this TikTok page, and you would there's a link there that will take you to YouTube after this teaching. When you get to YouTube, it takes you to my YouTube channel. Scroll down, you will see a whole teaching that I did, a 4-hour teaching on Orisha J in our modern society, Orisha J in today's world. It was a whole teaching. I did it last year. Scroll down, you will see there was a 4-hour teaching. You will learn everything you need about Orisha J. And if you need me to give you the link to that particular video, the WhatsApp number is on the screen. Click on the WhatsApp number. Click on the copy the WhatsApp number and send the WhatsApp message. I will send it to you. So type in the comment section, I give. When I give, I expect in return. I do give little, but I do not receive. That's why you're on this channel. That's why you're on this live streaming. Continue to learn. So type in the comment section, when I give, I expect to receive. Are the little deities like celebrities when they were alive, or they really had powers? This person, okay, I would advise this person to please register for the course IFA studies at IFA College. There is answer to all these questions you are asking. Just send a message to that WhatsApp number and register for IFA studies. So when I receive, when I give, I expect to receive. Yeah. Now, please keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, keep tapping, keep tapping. And then I'm also expecting gift. I'm giving you knowledge, so I'm expecting gift. This is a transaction. It's a duty. So where is the gifts that you are giving me for the teaching I'm teaching? Let's practice what we are teaching today. Me, I'm not asking you to give to God, though. It's not God you are giving to. When you give gifts here, you are giving to IFA College. And we use it to expand the school, to expand our teaching, to make it possible for us to show up here every day and teach, to make it possible for us to go into the villages and research about IFA. When I was putting this course together, I went around different places to have conversations with different of our elders, our babalawos, elderly ones who have had experience with this thing, to ask them, what do you think about this? What does IFA have to say about this? So that journey that we make, those research that we do, it costs money. So we're asking that you give towards it. So give, all of you, one by one. And then keep tapping, keep liking, keep sharing, and drop your questions. Drop your questions, give. Okay. Now, the other part of it that we have to go to before you learn how to give, before you know the process in giving, is to understand that you are worthy of receiving. Now, some of you don't know that that is one of the greatest things that is keeping you from receiving. A lot of you think that you do not deserve to receive. Now, somebody will say, no, I don't think about that for myself. I know that I'm deserving of receiving. I deserve to receive. But let me explain to you how they got you to that part. Those of you that are coming from religion, Abrahamic religion, like me, they taught us that the first thing they teach you is that you are worthless, you are hopeless, and God came to save you. You are a wretched sinner that did not deserve anything. What you deserved is condemnation. What you deserve is punishment. What you deserve is suffering. What you deserve is what's it called? Is problems. Why? Because you are born a sinner, and the wages of sin is what? You know what it is. Now, they have brainwashed you with this idea that you do not deserve anything at all because there's nothing good about you. God was supposed to punish you. He just looked at you and decided to extend love to you and decided to send his son to save you. People that are coming from the mosque, they tell them that they are servants and slaves. Ẹrú Ọlọ́run ni wọ́n, ẹrú, servant, slave, ẹrú. That is what they believe. That is what they see themselves as. That is what they are taught. Now, you have carried that idea through life. Person asking for the WhatsApp number, I just pinned it. You've carried that idea through life. Why is it that everywhere I go, people call me Ifa and they always ask for my mom? I don't know why. If you need to find out that, book a consultation, send message into the comment section. I can't just answer that kind of question. I don't know you. I don't know anything about you. If I hasn't spoken about you, I can't just look at your name and your picture and say this is the reason XYZ is happening to you. No. Send a message and then we have an IFA consultation. Now, they have trained your mind. Those of you that are coming from Islam, they've trained your mind to tell you that you are a servant and a slave. Now, a servant and a slave is not worthy of anything. The fact that his master allows him to breathe, he has to be grateful. The fact that his master allows him to eat once a day, he has to be grateful because he is a slave, a servant, and you have carried that on through every area of your life. On the other hand, those of you that are coming from church, they say you are condemned. You are born in sin. In sin did my mother conceive me. You did not deserve anything good. God just decided to love you. And when he decided to love you, do you know how he showed love to you? He took another one of his child and crucified him. That is his own way of showing love. Now, they will forever hang that thing over your head as a blackmail. Don't you know that Jesus died for your sins? Even if God does not give you anything, the fact that he gave you Jesus, that is enough for this life. It gives us hope for the world that is coming. Then they sell you the story of the rich man and Lazarus. Lazarus was poor and he went to heaven. The rich man was rich and he still went to heaven. They went to the same, Lazarus, the story of Lazarus and the rich man. And then they say when Lazarus died, he went to Abraham's bosom. Abraham was rich in this life. The same way Abraham went to is where Lazarus that was poor went to. The guy was poor. Dogs was licking his wound. And he still went to the same heaven. So at the end of the day, you look at yourself like, it doesn't matter what I have. Even if I pray and God does not give me, it's okay. I don't even deserve it anyway. Says who? No, excuse me, says who? Christianity tells you that you are condemned even before you are born. You are born in condemnation. You are born worthless. You are born undeserving. And then whatever little trash and crumbs that you receive, you should be grateful for it. And before you can receive more, you have to give to God to be able to give back to you. And if you give to him and he doesn't give back to you, you cannot complain. Why? Because you don't even deserve it. Islam tells you you are servants and you are slaves. Now, excuse you just for a minute. God is supposed to be our father. Who is the father that condemns their children before even teaching them something and giving them a chance to choose whether they want to do that thing or not? Which of us as parents wakes up in the morning, beat our children, throw our children out of the house because they cannot speak Mandarin or French, language that they were not born with, that we never taught them? and we are punishing them for it. Then we throw them out into the streets in the cold. And they know that is their father's house. And then the father now sends their elder brother to go and bring them home. But that elder brother has to walk on glass, barefooted out of his father's house, to step on broken glass and broken bottles, and to just to go through the worst experience of life, just to go and bring his brother home. The moment the brother enters into the house, they keep reminding him every day of how he doesn't deserve to be in this house. Look at the pain that your brother went through just to bring you home. How many of us do that? As a parent, how many of us can do that? And then they describe this love so much that you look at it, see what Jesus went through, see what he had to go through so that I can become a child. No, it doesn't make sense. It's a manipulation of the highest order of it that it comes. And that idea, you have carried it through life. Do you know how you carried it through life? Go to the comment section of Instagram and TikTok today. A girl tells you that I'm 24 years old, I want to get married, and I want to get married to a rich man. Society tells her no. Why do you want to get married to a rich man? You married him because of money. Excuse me, are we supposed to marry people because of poverty? Do you know where that idea comes from? It comes from the idea that we do not deserve anything. You see yourself and every human being around you as undeserving. Marriage can only make sense in this society if two poor people get married. Nobody, you do not feel that you deserve anything good. You see the way I'm sounding, it causes me pain when I see human beings like this. When I look at the abundance that is in the universe and I see people living like this, it causes pain. The reason you are objecting to an average girl marrying a rich man or an average guy marrying into a rich family is not because you think that they are going to run away with their money. Fundamental idea is because you think they do not deserve it. You do not deserve it. A new school comes into town and they are charging millions of naira. You are in the comment section. What are they teaching them? Why are they charging? Why is that the first thing that comes into your mind? Because you cannot afford it. You need to run it down and make it look bad for the people that can afford it. It is that mindset. That is where it came from. That is why the first thing that comes into your mind when an average girl hits her first 1 million is that somebody is bankrolling her, because you don't deserve that. Any human being can work hard to make it in life. You don't think so. Subconsciously, you don't think so. And it goes on in everything in life. The only time you are comfortable is if you are struggling. That is when life will make sense. The moment it doesn't look like struggling, your body cannot understand it. Your mind cannot understand it. Your safe place is that human beings have to struggle. That's your safe space. Nigeria is not what made you like that. Religion is what made you like that. When you travel abroad, you still think the same way. You travel abroad today, you are not thinking about how to build a business that you can sit down in your house and make thousands of dollars or pounds on a day. You are thinking of how to do the most demeaning jobs 3-4 times to the point that you can hardly get 3 hours of rest. That is your definition of life. Because you don't look at yourself as if you deserve it. When people talk about certain money opportunities, the first thing that comes into your head is it is a scam. Why? Because the returns on the investment is too much. Does that rule out the fact that there are scam opportunities out there? No. It is not the society that taught you. It is religion that taught you. As a Yoruba person, as an African, there is nothing in the reflection of our ancestors, of our culture and tradition that teaches us that we have to suffer and slave for things. Religion did that to us. Every day, I see my Muslim friends type, Ẹrú ni wá o, ẹrú Ọlọ́run. You constantly tell yourself every day that you are a servant and you are a slave. What are you slaving? Why does the universe need slaves? Why does God need slaves? Why? I thought God was all loving and all caring and he wants the best for us. Why does he need slaves? Why does he have to make you a slave? God loves you so much, and he wanted to take you out of the same sin he created you in. Adam and Eve were the only one that got, according to the Bible, Adam and Eve were the only one that got a chance to be referred to as sinless until they chose sin. The rest of us just got sin by default. Adam and Eve had everything life had to offer until they chose to do wrong. That makes sense. But the rest of us, by default, we were born worthless. We were not even given a chance to choose whether we are going to do right or not, and then deal with us based on what we have done right. Call us worthless because we have done wrong. No. And somebody is telling you that is love. That is where you got that idea from. And that is the reason so many givers do not receive. Because they do not, please, can you tell somebody to get me a cup? Because they do not think that they deserve it. So even when people want to give you, let me explain to you how it works. You are a fine boy. You know you are a fine guy. You serve, you look at yourself in the mirror and you're like, God has finished work on me. Then you go to the gym, you keep fit, you buy fine clothes. Then you are walking through the mall. And then another guy sees you and say, I love your shirt. Oh, this is your shirt. See how you resemble OBO. See how you're looking good. The next thing that comes out of your shirt, of your mouth, which shirt, is just 5K. Simple compliment you can't even receive. You don't even think you are deserving of compliments. Meanwhile, when you dressed up from your house, you dressed up looking good. You wanted to step out looking good. But as simple as a compliment, you don't think you deserve it. When somebody says, oh, I've been staring at you since morning. Wow, you're like me. Is it me? You are looking back. Me. Is me you are staring? No, me. I'm just an ordinary person. I'm not a model. I'm not a this. Shut up. Accept the compliment. You are deserving of it. Accept the compliment. You deserve it. You look good. You have dressed good. When people tell you, I love your shirt, it looks good. Oh, thank you. That's why I bought it. Because it looks good. The next thing that should come to your head is not to belittle and to berate everything. Oh, I love the way you speak English. The next, it's just Nigerian English. I've not even traveled out before. Just say thank you and go. Tell yourself that you deserve it. Go home and remind yourself that 3 people saw me in the mall today and they appreciated who I am and what I have. They told you that it's humility. It's not humility. It's manipulation to keep you in the low. It's not called humility. Humility, bawo. When you see humility, you will know what humility is. It is called self-worth. It is called being worthy. It is called not being worthless. It is called getting rid of the idea that you are not worth anything. When you know that you are worthy of something, you live in a house, you are the child of this house. You are worthy of food. Your parents feed you 3 times a day. You are worthy of it. You are not fasting and praying for your mother to give you food when there is abundance in your house. The only time you fast and pray for food is when your parents is broke. But guess what? The universe doesn't go broke. So you don't have to pray. Then the day your father decides to order luxury Chinese, you are a child. Oh my God, so I'm going to get breakfast this morning. Because that's how religion has taught you to act. You pray and you receive prayer. And you're like, oh my God, God did it. Were you not expecting him to do it? Because a lot of you don't. Let me tell you again. Let me paint another scenario. You are going to church every day. You are praying. You are on your mat every day, 5 times a day. You are praying. Are you even expecting that thing will come? Are you expecting that it will come? No, you are not expecting it. Do you know why I know that you are not expecting it? You have prayed, though. You have said, by this time, December, I'm moving into my own house. You have prayed. Now you have a source of income. You have people you have ways that you can receive money. Maybe you have a land or you have a source of income that you know that, okay, right now, my salary might be 1 million and I want to buy a land of 5 million at the end of the year. Okay. And then you are praying, say, God, I want to be able to afford this. I don't know where it's going to come from. Maybe somebody is going to give me or this and this, but this is what I want. You have said that. So you understand. You have said that. Then it's Monday morning. People are talking about buying land and you are saying, all those people, they will be saying land is 10 million. How can people like us be able to afford it? It's only rich people that they are selling it to. This and this and this. By December, where would I get house rent from? Excuse me. Are we talking about house rent in December? I thought we were talking about you moving into your own house. Why is that not the conversation we are having? Why are you not sitting down to look at how much do they sell land? Oh, they sell land 5 million. So how much of my salary can I save to be able to get that? God, see, out of my salary, I can only save 200K. In 5 months, that will be 1 million. You see, this remaining 4 million, it has to happen somehow. I don't know, but this is the effort that me I'm making. You now start to look at, okay, if I buy the house, how long is it going to take me to build that house before December? We're in June. It means that in 3 months, let me go and find out how much they sell block and cement and how much they pay bricklayer. What do I want the house to look like? That is you expecting something. You have asked the universe to give to you, Abi. You have given. In this case, we are talking about giving. You are giving. You are expecting the universe to give back to you. Do you know what I do when I have? Do you know what I do when I need something? If I have a housing project that I'm working on, I go and look for random strangers that are building house. People that I don't know. Maybe I come into your neighborhood and I find people that are building. I don't know the owner of the project, so I cannot give to the owner of the project. The bricklayers that are working, I call them one by ẹ pẹ̀lẹ́ sà o, ẹ kú iṣẹ́ o, ajé abayín di o, ẹ ní ṣe lásán o, bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń kọ́lé onílé, Elédùmarè abayín kọ́ tiyín tẹ́ ẹ bá tí kọ́, ẹ gbà 5k, maybe 4-5 people, 10 people, as much as I can afford. I distribute and I give them. And I go back into my house and I tell the universe, I have given to people that never expected it. And they are building house. Let me be able to have more than enough to pay bricklayers to build my own house. Or somebody's house that they have built and they are going to dash me. This is what I'm expecting. I have a goal. I give towards that goal and I expect it. And I start to plan myself towards what I am expecting. I do not sit down and give and then go back and act as if it's not going to happen. Where is it going to come from? Where can it even come from? Don't worry, it will not come from anywhere. And you will still be broke. And you know the funny thing, it does not change who God is. I tell people, When you give and you don't receive, it doesn't change who God is. It doesn't change the abundance of the universe. If you live by the ocean and you do not carry your bucket to take water out of it, does it change the fact that the beach has water? It does not change the fact that the beach has water. Those of you that they've taught you in church to pray, God, give me money so that you can prove to the world that you are a God that answers prayer. Excuse me, God does not need to prove to anybody nothing. When God gives to you, it's not so that I can come back to thank you. He does not need it. When you give and you receive, it's for your own good. It's not for God. You now think they have taught you how to, they have blackmailed you and manipulated you. You too now think you can manipulate God and coerce the hand of God into doing something. God, if you give me this is what I will do. I will testify to you. Do it so that people will know that I'm not serving a God that is in vain. Whether people know, if you live this life with no traces or testimony or proof that God is alive, there are 7 billion plus other people that is going to prove that God is alive. The existence of this universe, you think is not enough for somebody to know that there is God? We already know. So that manipulation that you think you are doing, and you think that is what is going to make God give you. That's not how it works. You need to establish the fact that you are deserving of it. Now, when you are receiving, there is the act. This is where you want to take a paper and a biro and start to write. This is where you want to take a paper and a biro and start to write. How do we receive? I would mention this here and I will show you something while we are doing it. Now we are speaking, I'm teaching you according to what Ifa said, right? Keep tapping. We're on 70 something. We need this likes to go to 100K. So I will continue. This is the part. We said all of that to come and say this. Is that okay? We said all of that to come and say this. And let me correct something. Somebody said what I'm teaching you is just positive affirmation. Positive affirmations is just empty words if you don't believe it. I'm not teaching you to just stand in front of a mirror and be confessing and be affirming. They are good words, but they have to come after you have established that, one, the universe is abundant. Secondly, giving and receiving is a balance that happens naturally. Thirdly, you are deserving of receiving. Fourth, when you give, you receive. When you understand all these 4 things and you let it sink into your subconscious and it makes sense to you, it becomes real to you, then those words are not just mere positive affirmations. They are real words that you speak. It's like you stand in front of somebody and say, I am a woman. Is that a positive affirmation? No. I know that I'm a woman. It is a knowing that I'm a woman. When you stand and you tell somebody, I am 50 years old, I'm 60 years old, is a knowing. It's not an affirmation. You know it. If you tell somebody, I have money in my account, I'm rich, it is something that you know. In the next 2 months, it will be summer. It is something that you know. It has not happened, but you know it will happen. In December, it will be winter. Don't come to Canada in December. It's the coldest time of the year. December 2025 is going to be so cold. Have we experienced December 2025? No. But you know that December 2025 is going to be cold in Canada. You already know. It has not happened. That's the way it is. So what I'm teaching you is you knowing. Know that this is what it is. If you do not know it, you cannot receive it. That's how it works. The reason they did not want you to receive is because they wanted you to know. They had to teach you a knowing that you are not worthy, a knowing that the universe does not want to give to you. You had to know it, and your subconscious accepted it. That's why you are at this point. So, if you want to experience the other side of it, you also have to unknow that thing and now know something new. And it's a process. Cut yourself some slack is a process, but you really have to. Okay? You really have to start doing it. It is not enough to just have affirmations. I confess that I'm rich. I confess. You are confessing that you are rich. But deep down inside of you, you are not, you don't think that you are worthy of anything. Then you confess that you are rich. Then when you see your neighbor getting rich, the first thing that comes into your mind is she's sleeping with somebody. You have conditioned your mind that you cannot receive that level of wealth until you to sleep with somebody, which is why after you have prayed in church on Sunday, you stand up on Monday morning, you are still looking for the next rich man to sleep with because you don't believe what you prayed. You don't believe what you have confessed. You don't believe it. So positive affirmation is not what I'm teaching you here. Positive affirmation is useless if this your subconscious mind is not trained. It's true. Let's continue to tap. Let me take questions. I feel like that somebody has been asking certain questions and other people are trying to respond. He says affirm and declare aren't the same thing. Don't worry, I will teach you that. If it's a declaration, so it's an affirmation. Is it an affirmation? I think it's a declaration. So the offer is an affirmation. Offer is an incantation. Oh, okay. You people are talking about offer. People say that offer is the main ingredient of an ebo. Okay. Please, let's talk about offer. You are complicating matters. Okay. What is offer? Offer is just a group of words that we say. They are just words that we speak. We are just speaking words. Which is why when Christians come to me and say, the only thing I don't like about African spirituality is you people will be saying incantations. They say it as if it's a negative thing. Coming from people that speak in tongues, that speak something they don't even understand. They don't have a glimpse of an idea what language it is and what it means. Yeah, they have a problem with people that are making incantations. Incantations are just Yoruba words. And which is what we are going into. I said we are going into how to receive, whether it's affirmation or confirmation or affirmation or incantation. We are about to learn it. They are just Yoruba words. They are just words that we speak. We are giving instructions. When we do spiritual work and they say to activate these things, speak these words. You are speaking. You are giving instructions to that thing. If they give you a for share and they say before you use that a for share, you will say that see, they will shall tell you what to say. I'm not going to be recounting incantation on the live streaming. And they tell you, Titoba Bale, Apora. What does that mean? If you spit on the floor, it will vanish. If you spit on the floor, it's not going to vanish. How does that sound like something demonic? How does that sound like something that we have to argue? Is it affirmation or declaration? We are just giving instructions. Èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá gbogbo ẹni tí mo bá sọ̀rọ̀ lénìí kó máa dá mi lóhùn ire tí mo bá fẹ́ ni kó máa fún mi bí mo bá ṣe wí fún wọn maybe they gave you a talk and do bí mo bá ṣe wí fún wọn bẹ́ẹ̀ ni kí ó ṣe rí ha 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 you just gave an instruction that as I use this talk and do everybody I speak to today whatever I tell them is what they should do nítorí pé abẹ́rẹ́ ò kí ń kán ohun kí ni wọ́n á sọ fún ẹ kọ̀ǹkọ̀ǹ kí ń kọ́ ohun kí ni á sọ fún ẹ that's the next thing we are going to so calm down but while we are going there please tap on your screen we are still on 86 so what's happening to everybody here where are my likes where are my likes Where are my likes? Where are my likes? Like I said, Mr. Timileyin, I am not going to, I just said it before I made that statement that I am not going to be reciting an incantation on a live streaming. So, wọ́n ní ẹnu mi kọ́ ló ti máa gbọ́ pé ìyàwó baálẹ̀ lájẹ́. Ẹni tó bá ní etí inú, ó ti gbọ́ nǹkan tá a sọ. Ẹ ti létí inú, ẹ ti gbọ́ nǹkan tá a sọ. Ṣó yé yín bẹ́ẹ̀? Where are my likes? Where are my gifts? Now, we're going into how to receive. Now, this is what Ifa teaches us. For those of you that have not registered for my subscription program, right way to pray in Ifa, how to pray the right way, the Ifa way. This is the part where you have missed. Those of you that have subscribed to that, you understand what I'm about to explain. Now, when we receive, how do we receive? This is the action of receiving. That is what Yoruba calls iwure. You know, you go to church to pray to receive. In Yoruba, this is how we receive. A máa ń ṣe ìwúre ni. For those of you that understand Yoruba, ìwúre is a combination of two words, ìwú àti ire. Woo is a verb that says to dig out. How do we receive? That's what I'm teaching you now. Pay attention. Woo is the Yoruba word that tells us that describes how to dig out something. Ka wú nǹkankan jáde, to harvest something, to dig something up, to find something, to bring something out. Ire is blessings. Now, blessings puts together everything we want to receive from the universe, either financial, marital, academical, social, in your health, in whatever area of your life. In whatever area of your life, it is represented by blessings. So we want to, in this teaching, say that we are digging out blessings, that thing that we want to receive. The act of receiving, according to Ifa, is iwure. That's how you receive. Now, what is iwure? You are digging up blessings. Now, how do you dig up blessings? Why do you dig something up? When you dig something up, it's because you understand that something has been hidden somewhere, buried somewhere, kept somewhere, put somewhere, and you are digging it out. There is an action of digging out. Now, how do we do iwure in Yoruba? It is with our mouth that we wú ore síta. Ẹnu wa òun la fi ń wú ore. For those of you that have not registered for Ifa studies at the Ifa College, please do. In one of the chapters of the certificate course in Ifa studies, I taught on the different parts of the human body and what spirituality, what Ifa teaches us on how to use it. A lot of us know about our ori that represents our ori inu. We know about it a lot. I do ibori. We hold our hand when we pray. Ori mi ò ní gbàbọ̀dè, ẹlẹ́dàá mi ò ní gbàbọ̀dè. Ori àti ẹlẹ́dàá, we know a lot about it. But the other parts of our body, ẹnu, that's the next most important part. Ọwọ́ àti ẹsẹ̀ àti àyà. 5, your head, your hands, your legs, your heart, and your mouth. Those 5, they have spiritual importance in this life. If you do not know how to use them spiritually, you will come to this life and you will suffer. You will come into this life and you will suffer. And that does not change who God is. That does not mean Olodumare is not good, is not kind. It does not make Ifa a scam. It is you that has refused to receive knowledge on how to do it, and that's why you are suffering. The same way your ori is very significant, your enu is very significant. Òun ni Yorùbá ṣe máa ń sọ pé àpèmọ́ra ẹni òun là ń pe tèmi dire, ẹnu yẹn báyìí ló máa fi pè mọ́ra ẹ. That is the significance of your mouth. Ẹnu wa la máa fi ń wúre. Now, let me explain what ìwúre means. When we do ìwúre, which is synonymous to prayer, we do not sit down and say, God, please do it. God, please do it. God, please, I beg you, borrow me 1 million out of the 5 million that you have for me in my future. They say I have a very great future. God, please, let it come to pass. I have to receive it. Oh, motoro, mo bebe, atoro, abebe. Ah, God, look at me as a servant. Erula sonny me, just help me. Please, God, don't put me to shame. Don't let people laugh at me. If you can just give me just this next school fees, that is crap and trash. Another thing that you have to unlearn. It does not work like that. It does not work like that. So how do you receive? You dig it out yourself. We understand that the universe has filled this life with blessings for us everywhere. When you give, you want to receive. How do you receive? You dig it out with what? Your mouth. And then there is a right way to use that mouth. Now, let's go to how to learn to do Iwure the right way. In African spirituality, we do not beg. We do not ask. We take it because it is there for us. We deserve it. We own it. So we just take it. We already know where it is. So we go and we take it. That's what we do. Now, let me give you an example. You have given to the universe in different ways. Giving to people, giving to animals, giving to orishas, giving to spirits. Is that okay? Now you want to receive it in form of financial blessing. Àwa máa ṣe ìwúre fún owó, ìwúre fún ajé, ìwúre fún, yes, owó. What we want is money. So the ìwúre we are going to make, what are we going to woo? We are going to dig up blessings that has to do with money. And I said we do not say prayers like, give me, Lord, give me, God, please give me. We do not beg. We take it. How do we take it? This is an example. Now, tá bá fẹ́ ṣe ìwúre owó, ìwúre ajé. In African spirituality, we come from the place of precedence. Something that has happened before. You are not the first person that the universe is giving to. You are not the first. People have received. Just like I can tell you categorically that December 2025, that's not the best time to come to Canada because it's going to be cold. You will not be able to go out on your vacation. You will not be able to visit places. You will not be comfortable. Despite the fact that I have not lived in 2025 December before. I have not experienced December 2025 winter before. Why do you think I can say it confidently? Because there is a precedence. It has happened before. There have been several winters in Canada, and that is what it has looked like. So this one is going to be the same way. It happens naturally. Receiving and giving happens naturally. Other people have given, they have received. There is the precedence. So I am coming to the universe based on the precedence of what has happened before. And this is how I say. Agbe tó ń gbére pàdé olókun, má gbére pàdé olókun mọ́, máa gbére bọ̀ wá bá èmi lágbájá, ọmọ lágbájá. Àlùkò tí ń gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà, má gbére pàdé ọlọ́ṣà mọ́, máa gbére bọ̀ wá bá èmi lágbájá, ọmọ lágbájá. That is one precedence. What does that say? It says, Agbe is the name of a bird. Agbe is a bird that has been instructed, that was made, that was given the duty to carry ire blessings to Olokun. Olokun is the Orisha of the sea. Aluko is another bird that has been made and built and structured to carry blessings to Olosa. Olosa is the owner. So you are now telling Agbe, and Olokun and Aluko that I understand what you do. Precedents say you carry blessings. But you see right now, don't carry your blessings to Olokun. Olokun is the owner of the sea. He already has blessings. Olosa is the owner of the ocean. He already has blessings by default. Bring that blessing to me. Helen, the daughter of Rebecca. Or Abosede, the daughter of Abike. Or Ifashegun, the son of Mayowa. Aluko, don't carry your blessing to the owner of the sea again. Bring it to me. I need that blessing. It is a precedent. You are not asking for it. Agbe's instruction in life is to carry blessings. Aluko's instruction in life is to carry blessing. You are telling them to bring it to you. Because you understand that those things exist. This is not faith. No. You understand that the universe exists and it has abundance. You understand that the universe sends people, animals, or things to give you blessing. In this case, it is a bird. Oh, Yanifa, are you now saying that I'm going to see a bird that will bring blessing into your house? If bird bring blessing to you, collect it. If it comes in form of a human being, collect it. If it comes in form of a non-living thing and you just open your bag that you discover that there's no money in this bag before and you find money there, collect it. If it comes in form of profit on business, collect it. If it comes in form of transactions that you are not preparing for, somebody from somewhere just says, it's been a while, how you doing? I want to give you this, collect it. If it comes in form of, I like your services, I know I've paid, but I really enjoyed your service, take this extra $1,000 or 500,000 naira, collect it. If it comes in form of business opportunity, somebody asks you, Yanifa, I like this cap on your hair, and my women's group, we want to use it, please, can you supply? I will not say, I don't know where they supply. Immediately I've become supplier. I will go to Aboki and say, Aboki, how much is this cap? Aboki says it's 300. Aboki, I need 100 pieces. Can you sell it 150? He says yes. I will go and meet the woman. This cap is 500 naira, but because you are buying 100, I will sell it to you at 450. She gives me 450 for each, 45,000. I give Aboki 15,000. I make a profit of 30,000. Agbe oti igbere pade mi beyen. But because you are not expecting it, those opportunities will come. Your brain and your spirit is not open to it. It will just go. But the person was asking for cap supplier, and I don't supply cap. What's your problem? People will call you. How are you doing? Do you need anything? No, I'm fine. They will want to give you something. No, I'm fine. Who are you? That they want to give you money and you are fine. Who are you? Don't go take gong back gift in your bed there. You are fine. You have said Agbe to be irepade. Opportunities to receive money has come. For some of you, another category of people that you need to unlearn. Some of you, if the money does not come through your hard work, you cannot receive it. You are going through a phase of your life. The universe has brought somebody to help you through that phase, to pay for your house rent or give you free housing, give you free food. You are inside that situation. You are still complaining. I've not received anything. Why? Because the money is not coming from. I just do not feel comfortable when people are doing things for me. Well done, sir. Obio, Pele, I can see you. The first daughter of Elon Musk that they are looking for and they have not found. The network is stable. I can view my screen from my other page here. The network is stable. Elon Musk second born. Tó sọnù sóṣogbo tí wọ́n wá tí wọ́n rí. It has to come from me. Type in the comment section. I am comfortable with receiving help. I'm comfortable with receiving gifts. I'm comfortable with receiving blessings. I am comfortable with people doing things for me. Because the universe is not going to drop in front of your house today and say, I am the universe and I have come to give you. It will send people to you. It will send things to you, animals to you, whatever it is, it will send people to you, men and women, independent woman. I don't feel comfortable taking things from men. I used to be like you. Let me tell you something. There is no money in the bank that will be tagged, you received it from a man in your, what's it called, in your bank statement. And this other one will be tagged, you work so hard for it. Who is downstairs? Let me show you something. Who is downstairs? Please come upstairs. Come. Come and bring this thing for me. Right, I am worthy of receiving blessings. I receive it. I'm comfortable with receiving from people. Go into my room on my bedside. That verse, the vase that is there. There's money inside it. One money. It's not Nigerian money. Just bring it. So type in the comment section that I am comfortable with receiving help and blessing. Even if the person that is helping me is not up to me in life, I am comfortable with receiving it. The universe will bless me with people. I'm comfortable with receiving opportunities. Okay. Come. Just stand here. I want something to. Now, you see, wave your hand. You see this person's hand, just so that you know. You see, this is the hand of a child, right? So you can see that the person that is giving me this is way younger than me. Hold it. Now, stretch it up. Give it to me. I've received this money. You can go. From somebody that is younger than me. This money is 20 Egyptian pounds. Does the value of the money reduce because it was a small girl that gave it to me? No. No. Did the color of the money change because I'm not the one that worked hard for it? No. Did the paper change just because it came from a business opportunity that I did not know anything about? No. That idea that they sold to you, that you have to suffer before you get anything, your hard-earned money. And people will sit down and be priding in hard-earned money. And then people that choose is soft life that I want. You are angry with them because they refuse to work hard and suffer for money like you. You are angry with them. Every girl that wants soft life, you should go and work hard. What your father cannot give you, how do you expect a man not to give you? If my father cannot afford to give me, because my father did not have affiliation and affluence, I'm supposed to end up and go and marry a man that can also not give me. Kilo shele. Somebody's father could only afford to give her 3-bedroom flats, and she's aiming to marry a husband that can give her duplex. And you are here saying that you have to work hard for it. What is the value of money? When you work hard for it, as long as you do not steal it, ole láàní jà láṣẹ Èdùmàrè. But tí ò bá kí ń ṣe pé o jí owó yẹn, be open to receiving it. That's how the universe gives. If somebody is paying your house rent now, you have received something from the universe. The person offered to pay it. Universe sent the person to you at this time to be a blessing. Relax in it. Be comfortable in it. Be grateful for it. Somebody is feeding you at this point in your life. I know the OBO ego that is in your head does not like when people feed you. Go and look at people outside that are hungry. Then you will understand that the universe has given you blessing. That's why all of that can come to you. Be comfortable with it. relax, enjoy it, and then start to plan for the life where you would also be able to do it for people. But instead of it to enjoy it, you are there every day complaining about how you just don't like this life because you cannot afford this by yourself, because they are still giving you, because you are still that's different from somebody that is lazy. That is different from someone that is lazy, that is just hopping from one person's house to another, that is receiving just to have something free. That's not what I'm talking about. But in summary, I'm saying you have to be open to receive. As you are digging up this wealth, then be open to receive it in whatever form that it comes. There's something that I tell people. A lot of you that know me will have heard me say it. Those of you that don't know me, you might hearing it for the first time. I learned so many years ago that in this life, I cannot be stranded. It's not possible. I give. When I have, I give. Why would I be stranded? I cannot be stranded in this life. Wọ́n ní tó bá kù díẹ̀ kan mọ olóore jìn sí kòtò mọ̀nàmọ́ná á ṣiṣẹ́ ẹ̀. Bó kù 5 minutes báyìí nǹkan kan ṣáà máa ṣẹlẹ̀ ni. It is not possible for me to be stranded. Kò possible ni. The universe has too much in abundance. So it will come from somewhere, Nisha. It will shall come from somewhere. Where it's going to come from, I don't know. But I am open to receive it. And the moment, see, when you are open to receive something, when it comes, you recognize it. People that are not open to receive, opportunities come to them every day. They cannot recognize it because they are stereotyped to one thing. This is the only way I can receive. A salary earner cannot build a house because how is he going to build a house? But you are praying for a house and you're a salary earner. So what business do you have praying for house? When you have already stereotyped that the only income that can come from you in this life is from your salary, then you don't have any business praying for house. Just continue to pray that they will not start. Move away from this live streaming. It's not you that I'm talking about. I'm talking to people that understand that when you plant seed, you just take a handful like this of maize and you plant it, you receive a whole harvest of 10 I'm talking to. And those people, when they see other people receiving it, the first thing that comes into their mind is not, this person must have scammed. Does that mean somebody cannot scam? The side of the universe where I come from, it is possible. If you are not Yoruba, let me explain it to you. Money is the least of what this universe can give to you. Do you understand it? Because you can be broke today with just 1 naira in your account. And somebody will say, my friend, how are you? You are the only one that I trust. Oh, I remember when we were in school, you were a very good person. Please, we want to buy a building in Lekki, blah, 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 blah. And you say, okay, you have been seeing people online advertising. You remember that there's one girl on your WhatsApp that's been advertising house for the last 1 year. You reach out to the girl. People need house, so I have a client. There's one house in Lekki is 100 million naira. How much is the commission? We are going to share it, or it's 10%, or we'll share it 5%. 10% of 100 million is 10 million. 5% is 5 million. Just like that, láàrin wákàtí kan, 5 million naira has entered into your account as a commission. You don't even have a job. But the universe directed somebody that needs house to talk to you. And you have somebody on your contact that has the house and you just have it. But you are sitting down there. Another person is sitting down there and wondering, it's not possible. I saw her yesterday. She was broke. She did not have money. Tell us the truth, where the money came from. And she's explaining her. I just sold house. When did you become a real estate agent that you have sold one house? People that have been doing real estate in the last 20 years have not sold house. I don't care whether people that have been doing it for the last 50 years have not made sales. Kokomi. It's not my business. I'm not bothered. It doesn't concern me. My own is that the universe said I'm going to receive. Mo dẹ̀ ti ṣe ìwúre pé kí agbe má gbére pàdé olókun mọ́ kó má gbére bọ̀ wá bá èmi. And the universe opened the opportunity. Mo dẹ̀ ti gba owó yẹn. That's the only thing that concerns me in this conversation. Keypad warrior can continue to type. It's not possible. It's not her. You have to understand this thing. That receiving that you say you are not receiving, the universe is sending you opportunities every day to receive. But you have stereotyped how the receiving must come. Some of you are giving. You're receiving what you want to receive from is fertility. Maybe you see somebody that has a child in a hospital and they cannot pay the bills. You give to a stranger and you go back home and you tell your Ori, you tell Olodumare, I gave 50K to support this family in the hospital. What I want is to be able to have a child of my own. And you begin to make the wure that talks about childbirth. One of the precedents that talks about childbirth is Ogede Yagan, Ogede Okindo Koko Yagan. Elede Okin Yagan. By the precedence of Ogede Okinwa Lokoko Yagan, Emi Lagbaja Omo Lagbaja mi ò lè yagan mo. Òrìṣà Ọ̀ṣun òun ló ń fúnyàn ní ọmọ. Mo ti tọ̀ òrìṣà yẹn wá báyìí, mo ti gbé ẹbọ fún kó fún èmi lágbájá ọmọ lágbájá ní ọmọ. Òrìṣà ìbejì tí wọ́n ń sìn, tí wọ́n ń bọ nílẹ̀ Yorùbá, mo ti gbé ẹbọ fún kó fún mi ní ọmọ. You make all these ìwúres for fertility. Then you go to the hospital and the doctor says, this situation, IVF is the only thing that I will advise. Then you, in Jesus' name, I will not do IVF. It has to come through natural conception. Excuse me, madam, IVF is a form of conception. If you give birth to your baby, does anybody see a child on the street and say, this one was born through IVF? No, religion has helped you to stereotype it. Religion has helped you to stereotype it. A woman is in labor. She's going to have a baby. The church has, natural birth is the one that God gave to us. Doctor says, let's do CS to carry out. No, this is the only way it can come from God. Are you the one that is going to tell the universe how the universe will give to you? Or you are going to say, in every way that the universe can give, I'm open to receive it. Every way. If a random person calls me today and say, hello, ma, I saw your video on TikTok. I want to send you $1 million. I will not ask the person, you want to give me, my account is ready. I have accounts in dollars, in pounds, in euro, in South African rands, in dirhams, in cedis, in naira. See, where I am right now, I'm ready to receive. Don't worry about currency. I am open to receive. I've prepared myself to receive. It is you that you have limited yourself. You have told yourself that there is a way. There is a way that the receiving has to come. Be open to receive from anywhere and everywhere, as long as it is legit. Receive. I have a client who bought my product from Etsy store, Fertility Herbs. The wife got pregnant. The client did not call me to tell me that the wife got pregnant, or he was talking to his friend. And his friend is like, oh, wow, finally, how did it happen? What did the doctor say? No, we just bought products from this random person. The person looked for me on Etsy, took my number from there and called me and said, if this woman should carry this baby till full term, this is what I will do for you. I don't want to mention the amount of the money. That was like 4 years ago. I don't know. In fact, the person that bought it, I don't know. They just ordered randomly online. And somebody called to say, I will give you, if this person should give birth, The woman gave birth and she gave birth to a set of twins. And the man called me to say, I'm doubling what I said I want to give you. See, there are so many ways that the universe can give to you. If you want to receive, Neo, it is you that needs to do the act of receiving. So you see, this Iwure thing I'm talking about is very, very compulsory. It's an important part of your spirituality because that is how you receive. That's your first step in how to receive. Your very first step. Now, I've given you an example of Iwure that we do for when you need money. Now, imagine that you are giving because you are in a situation that you feel you are under attack. Maybe somebody is doing something negative to you. And the blessing you want to receive is that you want the universe to fight for you. For one way or the other, see, let me tell you something. When you are giving, your giving has to be specific. Stop giving randomly. You are not throwing resources away. I'm just giving. No, you just don't give. Let everything you are giving be specific. Someone says, if we now have to give specifically, it means that we are not giving with the heart of God. The heart of God is that you give and be specific when you want to receive. That's the heart of God. The art of manipulation is to give and not tie anything around it. It's stupid. The heart of God is that the farmer should plant and expect a harvest. It does not make him godless. He makes him godly. Why? Because he even believes that God exists and God is able to allow harvest to come. So you have to be specific with what you are giving. From today, don't just give people money. See that poor man on the street. You dash it. Before any 1 naira goes out of my account, any $1, any £1, any 1 cent goes out of my account, this is the reason I'm giving. Somebody is in need, and I'm giving this to the person. On behalf of my own life, this is the reason why I am giving. I still did something on my WhatsApp. For those of you that are on my WhatsApp status, I think it was last month when I introduced a foundation that we should give. The foundation sponsors children to go to school, 650 naira only to sponsor children to go to school. And I told you, I said, this thing you are giving, tie it to something you want to receive. Be specific about it. So when you want to receive, you specifically tell yourself, I am giving this 20 pounds because I want to receive X, Y, Z. I give. Can you give money that is made from Yahoo to the needy? Why are you making money from Yahoo? Please, when you answer that question, let's have a conversation. It's like you are telling me, can a thief go and steal money from the bank and give? Why is he stealing? So if you have a very concrete and convincing reason why you are receiving money from Yahoo, then we'll talk about how you can give it out. When I want to give this money, I tie it specifically around something. When we were giving to the kids in school, I tied it around the fact that I have children that are running, that are in their schooling age right now. I do not want to ever have my children in a situation where people will contribute money for them out of the fact that they cannot afford it. I'm giving to those children free education. Is called scholarship. I want my children to receive scholarship in renowned institution of the world. That's what I'm expecting to receive, and I give. So the day one random person comes and says, Yanifa, I don't know what I can give to you, but do you have a child that wants to go to so university, or what school? I will pay for it. I'm receiving it back from somebody I don't know. I'm expecting it. I've already structured in my head that, this and this is what I'm expecting. It can come in form of a scholarship. It can come in form of somebody supporting. It can come in form of somebody paying for a course and saying, oh, I see that you have a child that is interested in fashion. I just paid for a course to come and learn maybe very big fashion designer institution. I just paid for the course. Let me share the details of the course with your children. That's how it comes. You are expecting it. Be specific when you give. Don't just give stupidly. Some of you are giving stupidly. You just give. You just give. Before I give, somebody that is begging, I want to give a person 1K. I will pray on it. This person is out here on the street because they are physically handicapped or because they are in a very terrible state of health. And I am helping them. First of all, let this money do something good for this person. Secondly, universe, I'm speaking to you, whether in old age or in young age. Àìsàn tó gbóògùn etí ò gbóògùn kélédùmarè má fi ṣe wá. That is what I want. Good health. I do not want to ever be in a situation where I will have to beg somebody for. I attach it to that giving and I give the person two-way. I've blessed somebody and I've demanded for blessing. Stop giving stupidly. You give, you are not attaching anything to it. And you're expecting, because I gave, the universe will just give back to me. What exactly is the universe going to give back to you again? Because we don't know what you gave for. It's like you go to a supermarket. You just stand at the supermarket, you go to the counter. You just give them bundle of 100,000 or bundle of 1 million. You just drop it on the table. And then you come after 15 minutes. Why is my cart not full? Why have they not taken the things into my car? Excuse me, sir, what did you pay for? But I just dropped 1 million on your table. What did you pay for? There are so many things we are selling here. Which one did you pay for? You just drop money and you expect the supermarket is supposed to, everybody will look at you, Oga, calm down. Can you just speak English and tell us what you paid for? Whatever you paid for, they will put it in your car. But you have to open your mouth and first of all say what you paid for. So if you drop it on the table and you are expecting them to put something into your car, or baby, you just dash the supermarket money. You just gave them money stupidly. You are not going to get anything from that supermarket. People that give in the society, that are giving, you think they don't know what they are doing. Some of you are looking at people, they are succeeding and they are thriving. But as you are looking at them, the kind of work they are doing is not adding up. You have searched and searched as the research FBI internet minister that you are. You have searched their story, gone from one blog to another. You cannot find anything about them. You don't know what people are doing spiritually. You don't know spiritual principles that people are putting into place. Some of us are enjoying the benefit of spiritual giving intentionally that our parents did. While I was growing up, I never had a birthday party in my house. Every birthday party I celebrated was in one motherless baby's home or the other. And my father told me, he said, one of the reasons I'm doing this for you is, may you never be in the situation of these children. Eventually you are going to, we as your parents, we are going to leave. So you eventually become an orphan one day and motherless. But may it not happen at a point when you are not able to stand on your own. My mother passed on at the age of 60. My father passed on less than 2 years afterwards. He was less than 64 when he passed on. But at the time that they passed on, I was already standing on my own. You could not consider me an orphan that needed help or a motherless child that needed support. I learned from them. They did certain things intentionally. Some of us, our parents have done it. Some people, their grandparents, and you are wondering why life is like this for them. Some of us, the things we are doing for our children, if they cross their leg like this and they do not lift a foot, this kind of giving we have given for them and the specific things we have done, if they do not lift a foot, they cannot suffer in this life. The way it is spiritually, it is physically. Some families have worked so hard, invested in trust fund. Why do people give into trust fund? Because they are expecting something back for their children. Physically, they have intentionally said certain things. I used to have a friend on Facebook back in the day. She was an only child. The way her parents structured property for her, not knowing that they were going to pass early, they passed on in a plane crash, both of them. The way they structured property for her, I know it might sound exaggerated if I tell you, but she has at least one of her parents' property where she receives rent every month of the year. Every time she says it, she says, guys, don't worry, we'll go together on that trip. I'm just waiting for rent. I'm like, excuse me, we're in Nigeria. How come your own tenants pay rent every month? She says there are different properties. And they structure this in such a way that this one will remit rent in January, February, March. She does not, the money, and when I'm talking rent money, I'm talking choice areas in Lagos. They intentionally built that for her. As long as earthquake has not carried the whole of Lagos away, she will continue to receive rent. Her parents, they did that giving intentionally so that she can receive. People that don't know her will be wondering, but this girl is not doing anything. Where she gets, she needs to tell us who her sugar daddy is. Money will just enter into her account like that. I'm talking rent of millions of naira per month. Way back when I was still on Facebook, like 10 years ago. The same way we are structuring this thing. The physical life is a reflection of what the spiritual life is. You want the rest of your future to come with money just keeps coming in, favors, opportunities just keep coming. Start today, give intentionally. Tie that giving to something. I'm not asking you to come and give to me. God does, and I'm not asking you to give to Olodumare. Olodumare does not need your money. I'm asking you to intentionally look for where to give. If you feel, Ifa College, excuse me, I like this project that is going on here. This woman that comes on live streaming several hours every day and she teaches us. I want to intentionally be able to give. Tie that giving around something and do it. And do it intentionally. Tie it around something. And then after you have tied it around something, please, 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 make room to receive. That's the next thing we are going to. Some of you, you have not made room for the capacity of what you want to receive. Some of you are praying to receive in dollars. You are praying to receive in dollars and in pounds. Yet, your OPay account that you have opened cannot receive more than 50,000 naira in a day. And you want to receive millions. The third thing we are going to, the first thing I said about giving is iwure. So I was going to give an example. Imagine that you want the universe to fight for you. How do you woo that ore? One of the things we say is, Okotaba solu ope, lope solu ni. That's the precedent. Whatever stone we throw at a palm tree will throw the same stone back to you. You say that precedent. Anybody that is throwing any negativity back to me, that negativity is what should go back to them, straight back to the person. That's a precedent. Or what you're getting back, that is a precedent. And you need to learn it, which is why I made that subscription program where we can learn how to make our iwure. I'll be flipping my camera now to show you how to do your iwure, how you'll be able to subscribe. You need to learn because there are different precedents in Ifa for different things, different precedents in African spirituality for different things. So if you have not subscribed, right now we are going to have a subscription. What is it called? We are going to have a subscription challenge. If you have not subscribed, let me teach you how to. Let me flip the camera. Let me flip the camera and show you how you are going to subscribe because you are not receiving. This is one of the reasons you are not receiving. So you see the TikTok page of IFA College. When you come to our TikTok page, this is what it looks like, right? Then you go to subscription. You see that place called subscription. You click on it. You can see it. You see the amount that is there. Those of you in Nigeria, you see 1,199 naira is like 1,002. It says, in this 12-part series, I will teach you how to pray the right way in Ifa and Isheshe, using the right words and invoking the right powers for specific results. Teaching is both in English and Yoruba. Ashe. You see all the videos that we have posted on teaching. You now scroll down to go and subscribe. You see subscribe here. You click on subscribe. When you click on subscribe, continue. Subscribe to get 15% off. Once you do that, it takes you to the next page where you're supposed to, subscribe using your MasterCard, blah, 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 blah. And that is how you do it. Now, there are videos on this page. You will see them. Subscribe only videos. You see this video is called, you see sub only there. Sub only video. That is our Iwure teaching, part 2. There are other sub only videos there. This is another sub only video. Iwure video, part 4. Only people that are subscribed can see these videos. Do you understand? They are the only ones that can see these videos and learn what we're teaching. That is exactly what it looks like. So that precedence, those words, you need to learn them to be able to know how to pray specifically for certain things. So you are not saying, Atoro Abebe, God, I'm begging you, please, I'm just begging. If you can just answer me, I'm just begging. You are not saying that. Why is the something dark? You are not saying, God, I'm just begging. I beg you, please do this, please do that. Okay, so I'm trying to get my screen. I think I tapped something on the screen. Okay, all right. I think is it lighter now or is still dark? I'm trying to adjust it. So that is where you are going to learn. I can't teach you on the light, I wish to subscribe, but you don't have MasterCard. Okay. If you do not have a MasterCard, we have subscription to, for people that don't do all of this card thing. You can also subscribe on Telegram. Okay. You just make your payments via Telegram. You pay for everything at once. So you send a message to the WhatsApp number that is on the screen right now, and just send a message there and say you want to subscribe. So there I will teach you. I'm teaching you how to make Iwure. This thing, I really don't know. Let me see. Okay. We have to manage it like this because I don't understand what's happening. Let me call somebody from inside to help us. So yes, that is how you learn. That is how you learn how to worry. So I teach you how to make Iwure for your finances, Iwure for every morning, Iwure for every day, Iwure when you are in need of certain things, specific things, for protection, for provision, for different aspects of your life. How to make Iwure for different aspects of your life. It's darker now. For different aspects of your life, we make Iwure. Let me call somebody from inside to see if they can help me adjust it. So that is then, aside from making your Iwure, you also need to give yourself the capacity to receive. You also need to give yourself that capacity to receive. you'll be able to receive. When you want to receive, does your finances, now a lot of us talks about finances, so let's focus on finances. Does your finances have the capacity to receive what you are expecting? Now, there are some times when our receiving is not realistic. A child that's an 18-year-old that is on this live streaming. No, let's even take for instance, a child who is about 10 years old and his father is wealthy, and that child is praying to receive a limousine. Even if that child is praying for a limousine, even if the father of the child can afford it, do you give a limousine to your 10-year-old child to go outside and drive? No. So there are some of you, what you are asking for when you give to the universe, you are just being stupid. You are just being stupid, because you and I both know that you do not have the capacity to either receive it or manage it or use it. You don't need it at this time. That's the truth. And the universe knows you don't need it. The universe is not going to give it to you. So you also have to be realistic in the expectation of what you are receiving. You have to be realistic in the expectation of what you are receiving. You have to be realistic. I'm still messing around with this color thing to see how it works. You have to be realistic in your receiving. You have to make sure that what you are asking the universe to give to you, you have the capacity for it. I told somebody one day, I said, if you want to start to earn in foreign currencies, there are certain things you need to do. You want opportunity to come for you in foreign currency, there are things you have to do. You want people that are abroad, that are in the diaspora, to patronize you. There are certain things you have to do. You want opportunity to come from there. It's not the universe that is going to prepare you for there. Just like it's not the universe that will help that man to wet his crop. It's not the universe that is going to put manure. It's not the universe that is going to guard the whole of the farmland from goats coming to eat it or herdsmen coming there. It's not the universe that is going to make sure that the soil is balanced with all the nutrients. That one is on you. So you planting the seeds is not the only thing that you need. You planting the seeds is not the only thing that you need. Let me flip the camera and see if we flip it back, if it is going to, if this screen is going to be better. I'm not comfortable with how dark this screen is. So let's see. Let me flip it back and see. Okay, I think we got it. Yes, we did. Now I'm comfortable with that. All right. So you have to create a capacity to be able to receive what you are asking for. You have to prepare for it. Once it's harvest time, what does the farmer do? If he doesn't have a warehouse, he will go and rent a warehouse. He will get workers that are going to work on the farm to harvest. So when you give to the universe and you are asking for certain things, you are a woman that is asking for a child. Fertility is what you are asking for. Yet, when your husband wants to sleep with you, you are not available. Why? Because you are fasting and praying. No. We have a 71-day fasting and praying in church. Nobody is, I'm not supposed to touch him. What are you praying for? See, this child we are looking for is one of the things we are praying for. And you don't want to be intimate with your husband. Auntie, has the angel come to whisper to you that you are another Mary? Except if angel has come to tell you that you are another Mary and you are going to give birth to child of the Holy Spirit. If not, please go and sleep with your husband so that you can be pregnant. There are certain other things that you have to do. Find out what is the cause of that infertility. Spiritually and physically, find out. Do the things you are supposed to do. If they've asked you to use herbs, use it. If they've asked you to do it to an neighbor, do it. Do the part that you are supposed to do. Prepare yourself for this thing you are asking for. Some of you are praying, I want to travel abroad. By this time next year, I want to travel abroad. You don't have an international passport. You don't even know where they are. You don't know the office. You don't know how much it is. I'm not saying you cannot hope for a relocation without an international passport, but how much is international passport? You don't know. Where is the office they apply for international passport? You don't know. Where is the visa office of the country you are going to? You don't know. How is it going to happen? You think somebody will just wake up one day, you think the way it happens, somebody will just text you, I got a visa for you. No, it doesn't happen like that. You have to have a passport. You have to have where you are going. Sit down and start to make research about that country you are going to. Read about it, learn about it. If I go there, how would I live? What are the things I'm going to do? Let's get there first. You are not expecting to go there. If your response is let's get there first, you don't want to go. You don't imagine that you will go and you will not go. And if you go, that's how it works. So it's not the universe that is not giving to you. Tell yourself, it is okay for me to, while I wait to receive something, it is okay for me to prepare myself for it. You are praying to have a husband. You have a friend around who is getting married and she's a little bit financially trapped. And you tell yourself, I want to give towards my friend's wedding because this time next year, I also want to get married. And you have given and you have told the universe that this is what you want to receive. Sorry. You have told the universe that this is what you want to receive. What you want to receive is to have a husband. How do you introduce yourself to non-Yoruba speakers? How do I introduce myself? My name is Ewa. Is it me you're talking to or somebody else? My name is Ewa. Whether you speak English or Yoruba, my introduction does not change. You have to prepare yourself for it. So you have given a gift to the universe through somebody to say that I want to get married between now and next year. By this time next year, now you have given that gift. It doesn't end there. You now sit down and you now start to describe to yourself sensibly, rationally, what's the kind of man? I mean your title, IYANIFA. IYANIFA is an Ifa priestess. Babalawo is an Ifa priest. IYANIFA is an Ifa priestess. You now describe the kind of man that you want. Oh, I want him to be intelligent. I want him to be this. I want him to be that. When we do evil to someone, we don't expect anything in return. So why is it different when we are doing good? When you do evil to someone, you don't expect anything in return. When you do, see, when you do anything in life, you are expecting something. This life is, I told you, in Ifa, life is a balance. Whatever action or inaction you take, there are consequences for it. Whether it's good or it's evil, you will receive it. It will come to you. That's what I'm saying. It will come to you. The forces that are pushing negativity to you, don't worry, you don't have to expect negativity. The forces that will help you push it, they are there. The forces that you are the one that thinks that because we are not expecting you yourself, when you hurt somebody at night, your conscience is telling you, you see that your conscience that is going back and forth and you are arguing with yourself, no, what I did to her is right. She too did something. It's because you know that something is going to happen to you. That's why you are arguing with your conscience. Because you know. Because you know. And you see the forces of this life, the forces that work naturally in this life is of the other side than for the good side. So don't worry. You don't have to manifest karma. The forces that are going to push karma to you, there are plenty. Those ones, they are active. Karma is not something you have to manifest. You don't have to expect it. You don't have to work hard to receive it. The forces that are pushing it to you are there. Hurt somebody today and see how many hours that person will stand in their bathroom crying and praying that this person that did this for me will not go scot-free. They will manifest revenge for you by themselves. The people that we give to, how many of them stand in the place of prayer for us and say, this person that's giving to me, this is what you have to give back to them? No, that's why we have to put in the effort to receive good. But you see the effort to receive karma, don't worry. The person you have done it to, the spirit of the person is actively physically working for you to receive it. Don't worry. They are there working. The people that it affected, you know, when you do something evil for one person, it's not only one person that is affected. There is a ripple effect on other people. They are there pushing it for you. Don't worry. They are there. You don't have to make effort to receive it. People are making effort on your behalf to make sure that it reaches you. But unfortunately, you don't have that much people making efforts on your behalf to receive good, which is why I mentioned if that person was following me. I said there are efforts that our parents made for us to receive good, which is why some of us don't have to work hard too much for good things to work for us, because some people have done it. They made so much effort. We are doing the same thing for our children. So when it comes to the negative side of you receiving the karma of what you did wrong, people are there on a steady, making sure that you receive it. But unfortunately, people are not doing the same thing for good. That is why you have to do it for yourself. I hope I've answered your question. Ifa is a balance. The person that asks that question looks like these people, let's try to trap them. You cannot trap Ifa. Ifa is a balance. So you will get it. And you know the wonderful part of it, in tí Elédùmarè fi jù wá lọ, ni pé when you give and it comes back, you cannot exactly say, it is the one I gave on the 17th of April, 2021 that is coming back to me today. You cannot exactly say the same thing when you do wrong and you do evil. You will not remember if it's the one that you did 20 years ago that is coming. But that it will not come. Ironi, ó máa wá. And the good too. If you put in the same effort, it will come. That is why in African spirituality, in Ifa, when you are doing your ebo, you know when you do ebo and the animal sacrifice takes place, it's just the blood that Ifa needs, that the Orishas need. Every other part of that animal's body is food for us to eat. Now, in Ifa, when somebody has paid for an ebo and the sacrifice has been done and they are cooking the goat or the ram or the sheep when we call people together to eat it, we tell them, ẹni báyìí ló rúbọ tí a fi róúnjẹ tá à ń jẹ yìí, ẹ fi ẹnu yín ẹ fi ṣàdúrà fún wọn kẹ́ ẹ tó jẹ. That's why we do that in Ifa. When somebody pays for ebo and we have already done the sacrifice, we have given the blood to the Orishas, and we give people to eat. It's people that are going to eat the meat. It's not the Orishas. The Orishas don't need your meat. They are not eating it. It's human beings that will eat it. And then we leave the bones for the animals to eat. Flies will come. Insects will come. Awata and Jeapo. The vulture will come. Scavenger animals will come. Awata and Jeyen. We now make it intentional for the people to say, this my client is the one that sent money for this ebo. As you are eating it, pray for the person. Open your mouth. Don't say it in your mind. Wúre fún ẹni yẹn. Ẹni tó gbẹ́bọ wá o, tó gbé tùtù wá o, tó sanwó ẹbọ o, tá fi rí ẹran tá ń jẹ yìí o. Báyìí ni ká fẹ́ kó ṣẹlẹ̀ sẹ́ni yẹn. We make ìwúre for the person. We are joining with the person and the universe to bring blessing to that person. That is how Ifa taught us. How many times in church, after you have dropped your offering, they don't even know the name of the person that dropped the offering. How many prayers are they praying for you specifically? How many prayers are they praying for you specifically? On that, your tithe and offering that you've given. What are they doing for you specifically? Nothing. They don't care whether you receive or not. They do not care. They are not bothered. So in Ifa, there is a balance. So the third part I was saying is make room for your receiving. Act like you know that something is coming and prepare for it. You are praying to get married. Act as if you know that a man is going to come. Oh, I'm going to meet a man today. I'm preparing myself to meet a man. Oh, he must be tall, dark, handsome, God-fearing. He must have financial stability. He must do this. He must do that. This and this and that and that. Now, you need to understand the fact that that man that you are praying for, that you want the universe to give back to you want to receive it, you must understand the fact that that human being too, there's a kind of person that they too want to receive. So that the day you meet the man that you have manifested, he sees you, he does not say, oh, sorry, you're a very good woman, but I want more than this. Some of you, that's the reason you have not received it. The thing that you are manifesting, you have not prepared to match up for that thing. You want a certain standard of thing, and you have not prepared on how to be able to get it. You are not ready to get it, and you are wondering why it is not coming. You are preparing for a kind of job. Learn about that job. You have manifested. The reason I'm giving is because I want to be able to get job in XYZ accounting firm, petroleum company, blah, 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 blah. You now begin to work it on yourself. Not that you go in for the interview and you say, I know it was bad. I didn't do well. It's not going to work. I saw so many people there, the son of the minister and the children of, I just cannot get it. You will not get it. You have told the universe immediately, I cannot get this thing. And the universe says, okay, she does not want. It's not like that. You receive it and you are consistent with what you have received. See, this is how deep this thing is. This is how deep this thing is. When I am expecting something, I give a certain thing to the universe and I'm expecting something. I surround myself with the things that match up with that thing. When I come to social media, the only thing, thank you for the gift, the only thing that I want to see is something that is consistent with what I want to receive. I do not want to see how people that did it did not receive it. That's not going to help me. You are manifesting a certain quality of life. You are surrounding yourself with people that do not even believe that they are worth that quality of life. You are surrounding yourself with people that will tell you every day that, oh, more, it's only rich people that can have that kind of thing. You better let's just sit down and be enjoying this. Let's thank God at least we still have small bread to eat. Even if it's water we are drinking it with. How can you be imagining that somebody will bring three-course meal? Three-course meal, but is rich people that have that. Those are the kind of people you are surrounding yourself with. They will continue to repeat that thing into your head every day until you tell yourself that maybe this thing I'm even asking for, maybe it's too much for me. Little things here and there is the reason you are not receiving. Intentional about what you are receiving. If you know that you are stuck with certain people who do not believe in that thing, don't say it out to them. When you are away from those friends that you know you are stuck with them now, there's no way you can get out of them. When you get back on your social media, go and follow people that have gotten such things. If a couple of weeks ago, I stumbled on this lady, I think her name is Chidi something. She's a billionaire's daughter, I assume. And the video that I saw, she said she wants to build a hotel in where's that? In Morocco. I watch her content that day and I'm like, this is the side of TikTok that I want to. The rich side of TikTok. People like this, I want to know. She's the daughter of a billionaire. That's from what I gathered. My father might not be a billionaire, but I want my own children to be able to live this type of life she's living based on who their mother was or who their mother is. So even if you tell yourself that you cannot attain that in this life, which I don't understand why you should not, at least for the sake of your children that is coming, do this thing. Focus on these things. I tell people, if you stay with me long enough, I will brainwash you into believing that anything is possible, because anything is possible. And it does not include negative things. When you hear anything is possible, your mind is on the things that is negative. Bó ṣe possible ni negative, no lo possible ni positive. And we have Ifa that helps us to actualize that positive thing that we want. The moment I give, I'm telling you how I do it and it works for me. And this is not something that I just learned when I came into Ifa. For those of you that are following me, I make reference a lot to what my parents taught me about spirituality and spiritual practices. I started learning these things from childhood. I saw it in the life of my father and my mother, and I'm improving on what I saw. And then Ifa has now given me a better understanding of these things. So when I give and I lay something specific to it, I go back to ask Ifa, this thing that I want, I want to be able to buy a house in XYZ city. And I see somebody that they are in need of accommodation and rent, and I give to the person. And I tell myself, this is the reason I'm giving to this person, so I can be able to afford this for myself too. Universe, this is what I'm expecting. I go to Ifa and I ask, this thing, how would I get it? Ifa says, this thing is good for you, you can get it. But there are some things that will come against it here and there. Do this and do that. I take the step further to do those things. I'm putting everything in place. I've already done my itefa, so I know the part of life where I'm supposed to go to. I know that that thing that I desire, that I'm asking for from the universe, it is in alignment with my own destiny in this life. And I follow through with it. And gradually, like that, it becomes the reality of your subconscious. The same way you learned that you are not deserving of anything, the same way you learned give expecting nothing in return, you begin to teach yourself again. It is stupid to give and not expect anything in return. Even from our parents, you give birth to a first child and you automatically expect that first child to take your place in the life of their younger siblings. You have given life to that child. You are expecting the child to be able to give to their younger siblings. So you tell yourself every day, it does not work like that. When I give, I expect things in return. And it is okay to give and expect things in return. There's nothing wrong with it. That is the way the universe operates. That is the way life operates. Let's move our likes from here to the next number. Yes, it is stupid and not expect anything in return. No. Let's keep tapping, let's keep sharing. I'm going through the handout of this course and trying to see what else I have not taught you. Keep tapping, keep tapping, keep tapping, please. Let's keep tapping. We have 84 people at the moment. If we power tap in the next 5 minutes, we will get to 200 likes. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. I have told you that part of you learning now, when we are talking about this receiving, it's not just a one-time thing. It is a continuous thing. It's not a one-time thing. When you plant a tree, a mango tree, with one seed, and it grows into a full-blown tree, you are not expecting to get fruit from that mango tree just one time. So receiving has to be a constant, it has to be a lifestyle. That's the word. It has to be a lifestyle. It's not just, IYANIFA has taught us how to receive today. I want to receive today. And once I receive today, it ends there. Then you go back into your life of not knowing how to receive. No, it is a continuous thing. It has to be constant. It has to become your lifestyle to the point where you can categorically say, you know what, I cannot be stranded in life. You understand? Now, see, when people are moving from poverty to having, from this level you have to the level you are hoping to, first of all, when people are building wealth and riches, the first set of people are building out of fear of poverty. I don't want to be poor again. I don't want to be poor again. I want to be able to afford good things. That's why they are doing this. There is another level that you go to. Your problem is not poverty again. Your problem is that your challenge is that you want to continue to grow what you have. So we have a 28 over 100 of our subscription. Who else is subscribing? Oh, we have a target of our subscription. Go and subscribe to learn how to do your iwure. Go and subscribe so that you can learn how to do your iwure. Let me see if I can lay one of the iwure videos. Is it here? So that you will see what we are teaching. Subscription for iwure. Go. Arrow let me just stop at that. Thanks for subscribing. Is expectation the same thing as faith? It's not faith. It's not